Ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome. Welcome back. It's the third time we've done one of these now. Unfortunately, we keep having to be set back here in front of you guys, but hopefully we're going to watch SpaceX actually send Starship to space today. This is Starship Flight 10. We've seen a few failures on the previous ones, but today we're hopefully looking for something else. Now, I'm Majd, Quantify, Administrative Director of Interstellar Gateway. I hang around here sometimes and annoy Joey, who you can actually see live in the bottom left. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you, so we've got Volvo Cam to substitute. Joey, you want to say a few words?
Hi, I am Joey. Welcome back for what is this, the third day in a row, guys?
Yeah.
We're on day 3. This has been quite fun. Sorry, I'm just sending this. Go ahead and tell them your name, person above me, and what you do here.
Hell yeah. I'm Joshua King. You might know me as Anti-Person on Twitter. I'm just a fun little guy here at Interstellar Gateway. I help set up remote sometimes. I'm here for the streams, but I'm here for the good times, mostly.
And then to my left here, I think we've got kind of a car corner going on, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
To the left of the Volvo is a far worse car, unfortunately. Jesse, you want to say a few words?
I don't really have much to say.
Say hi, please.
Hi.
Thank you. That'll do. So there's a space engineer guy on Twitter you've probably seen, Red Dot Man as some know him. But yeah, we've got a good group together. Gonna have to try and kind of keep things interesting leading into the launch. We've done this now twice before. It's starting to get to us. Troy, what are you looking forward to? Aside from it actually launching.
Oh dang! You took away my.
give us something material, man.
You took away my line. We got the live patch right now. I'm ready. I'm ready to see this thing splash down. Honestly,
meanwhile, got to maintain our launch schedule. Got to keep testing.
But
So
I'm really excited. I think this might be one of the ones.
To do
I think we might be good.
What
about you, Joshua?
Never done before. A retrofit was the
for Seco. Seco's gonna be great. We're gonna make it past Seco. We're gonna make it past Seco this time, right? It's gotta happen.
Are we gonna limp there, or are we gonna make it there like for real?
Let's be so real. We're gonna limp there. We're gonna limp there. It's but like
get there crawling.
Yeah.
I think at this point it's down to an inshallah.
I would probably agree. Yeah. What about you, Majd? What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I was looking forward to prop transfer demo. I now suspect we're going to get that sometime before 2030. So I just want to see it go to space again. I'm tired, boss. Yeah, it feels weird watching one of these without having to worry about the remote. So.
Oh yeah, no, there's. Oh my goodness. Last 2 days, 3 days has had to be pretty rough for all the teams out there. So I'm glad that everywhere we're at, we're not really having to worry about it. We're very close to home, and I am next to my bed, not covered in sand. And if this thing scrubs, I can go upstairs and go to sleep.
Zonk out.
There you go. Man.
Yeah,
I can sleep on camera. You see that? That's my bed right there.
It's right there.
That's one way to drive revenue in.
Oh man, I mean, you got to scrub. In Brownsville, you got to wait for them to detank and open the road. You got to go collect all the cameras. You got to charge everything up, and then you got to be ready to be up at 5 a.m. to go and do it all over again. So,
oh my god,
yeah, it's rough. You're not sleeping 24, 48 hours at a time, but it's worth it. But it's okay to get a break every now and then. I think that's okay. But yeah,
I've just been reminded of how they brought on Musk onto the stream yesterday. I saw a few.
That was a really good technical update. Real technical.
I saw a few people on Twitter talking about how Dan looks a bit scared almost.
Yeah. So
apparently he's sick. Apparently, we got a small update from Dan yesterday saying he's been under the weather.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, poor Dan.
Is that like Starship related, or is
that...
Yeah, poor Dan. He doesn't always look too well after a run, but now this is gonna be nice and fun. You want to take us through our weather today, Majd?
I can do. One moment, I'm hearing words here.
That's kind of the
Yep. So just been told by the voices in my little head here that what you are seeing is pre-recorded. So not actually a live update. So if you've seen it before, no need to really see it again. If we try and bring up a little whiteboard, I can hopefully talk a little bit about the weather here. Look, I'm not a meteorologist, but I can look at clouds on a screen, and there are a few of them. Here we go. If you take a look, if we can move this over, let's see. If you take a look at the area kind of near the border of Mexico, you can see there's a few cloud formations. Emily, can we shift this image a little bit? We'll see if we can get this shifted for you. Inshallah.
Inshallah,
There we
we'll be
go.
done.
So, yeah, obviously, if you see the border of Mexico, you can see kind of the starbase area. You see where that little curve is. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right down there. You're right down there. This is Ghost 19, geostationary satellite. Kind of looks over this area of America. The little spots of color that look like radars are lightning flashes. So this indicates kind of a lightning cell that isn't too far, but is there. So hopefully that's not going to become a problem. We don't know whether it is. We'll find out very quickly if they start weeping about a red range and if shirts start flying off and chairs get thrown. But I'm presuming that hopefully it should be okay. From looking at the animation track, it does seem like it's trending in a slightly different direction.
We're talking about this cell right here?
Yeah, this cell.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we can only hope and pray. It seems to be something very similar to what Brownsville was dealing with yesterday. Harlingen got hit pretty heavy, so
yeah,
we can only hope, man. We can only hope. All I know is I am very happy to not be out there this launch.
From looking at some animations here on Goes, it seems like it's kind of staying a bit stationary and just diffusing, so becoming high altitude.
Good.
We'll have to see what happens, but if you look at the colors on that little cell, you can see there's some like red spots in there. What that basically means is that there's up to 30 flashes per 5 minutes, which is quite a bit of lightning. So we'll see what happens, but that gives us, in my opinion, at least the best view of that cloud formation. We can keep watching that closer to launch.
Excellent. Excellent. And we are currently, this is live right now, right? This count that we currently have? 35 minutes and 44 seconds until launch at this moment. We currently have a 55% weather favorability due to the Anvil clouds. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Anvil cloud. Yeah, I mean, out on all the cameras, everything looks nice out there. It looks nice and beautiful. It just looks like a partly cloudy day, but with space flight, can't be too careful. So yeah, let's see how things go. Josh,
if they're struggling again, I will say they're being too careful though.
Oh man, this is all right. So what are our odds today? I had my odds today yesterday at 50-50. Anybody have a change in heart today after doing a wet dress yesterday?
75-25. Like I think we're launching today.
I would have to. I would.
50.
TSC's at 50-50. I would have to stick. I'll take it to 60-40. You know what? I'm going 60-40.
Look, my exam went well. I slept for 8 hours. I had a very nice chocolate bar. I'm in a 60-40 mood. I think, be warned, if this does not go well, then I don't know what my prospects are. Maybe I'll leave the company, I'll leave university, and I'll kind of just hide out as a creative arts major or something. But I don't think I can look at engineering the same if this doesn't fly properly today.
Honestly.
Majd, what do you think we're going to reach today? What do you think we're getting to?
As in, like, altitude, time of flight, objectives. There's so many metrics here.
Are we making Seco?
Oh, so I reckon we will. I reckon we might limp there a little bit. I think the problem is no longer making Seco. The problem is what happens immediately after Seco. And if you can make it any degree past there, I mean, the amount of different issues they've had on these Starship stacks is absurd at this point. I would personally say trash it and move to V3 already, but we got to keep launching ships, I guess. We want to keep feeding the ocean. So I don't know. I think we'll limit to Seiko. I think I'm not an expert here. I imagine Jesse might be a little bit pessimistic, but that's what I think.
Jesse, what's
People
happening
yell
today?
If I say it.
Just say it.
I don't know, man. I'm
Promising.
still on the fence about whether we'll see successful cutoff or not. It barely made it through last time, so I still have considerable concern. Especially, I think I posted this a couple days ago. Like, especially even every static fire has had continual issues, like just immediately afterwards. Some have led to failures in flight directly as a cause of those failures, or not really failures, but things caused by the static fire. So I'm still a little concerned. That wasn't the only factor. I made it sound like that was the only factor, but I'm still concerned about Seiko, especially considering the kind of passive failure last time on Flight 9 with the diffuser popping and all that. It still does not seem like there's something like that's fully addressed within the design of the ship. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, if it makes it through cutoff, I'm pretty confident that we'll make it all the way through reentry and landing. So
I saw that footage of the diffuser popping. What did you had told me before, but what's the cause of that? In your words,
I don't think they ever said the cause of why it like popped.
gotcha.
Like it just popped. They didn't really say why. At least as far as I remember.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. So you heard it here first from the space engineers. So whatever happens, it's his fault. This flight.
his fault.
I just wonder.
It's all on him.
Okay.
It's all his fault. We seem to be the organization of doomers, is what everybody likes to call us. I think we're just realists.
That's what I'm saying.
We're just realists. That's all we are. You know, if
You know they
something's
call
not
us
good-
Interstellar Gateway.
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome. Like, that's a new one.
I mean, if I'm not gonna, I feel like it's kind of glazing if you overstate something. If it's looking dim, call it out. You know.
It's the
you
thing.
know?
Our job is journalistic. We
Yeah.
catalog everything that this stupid stainless steel thing does. So
Absolutely.
we kind of end up getting to grips with probabilities of failure. Like if we see it explode 3 times in a row, we're going to be real with you, Chief. Odds are low.
It ain't looking good.
Odds are low on HLS. So
we got nerds. We got nerds in this
come
community
on.
that only watch all. This is all they do. They just watch this all day long. And you got some.
I used
that
to be
do
a
it.
tank watcher back in the day.
Yeah.
Good memories actually. I would
Tank
get out
watching's
of
fun.
Yeah, man, I'd get out of my classes and go straight to like the little common room, open my laptop, and put on Lab Padre. In retrospect,
yeah.
dark time of my life, but it sure was something. I remember when we'd get super excited. Like, do you remember the great Starship droughts? The great drought. After the hot tests, we would watch the stainless steel tanks fill up and then get detanks, and that would make our week.
I kind of miss the hop days.
It was simpler back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody watched just one. You were watching one spot, one area for many, many, many weeks, and oh, what do we got here? Humans will
I've got
never explore the
yeah.
star.
If we can get this up on stream, I've got an interesting little tweet I found under. SpaceX just published a tweet talking about how they were founded under a belief that exploring the stars is fundamentally more interesting than not doing so. I found this reply, and I thought it was good enough that I wanted to share. Humans will never explore, quote, the stars. Sorry. But what we can do is figure out how to pull in some of those water moons and slip them into near-Earth orbit so we can defrost them.
What?
Wow.
So what if I told him he's right? What if I said he's right?
Why?
They're gonna get cooked.
What?
You're gonna get cooked by everyone.
I wouldn't. He also goes on to say, I wouldn't do it until we're sure we can insulate these moons with very strong magnetic fields. Moving them from a place where the heat is generated by gravity to a place where it's generated by the sun is a big deal. It will take centuries to do, but when it happens, I hope people will remember me as a champion of this project. But why?
I can't tell if this was like really badly AI made or not.
No. I think this is real. I'm just wondering what the objective is.
I think
we've tugged Europa.
Like that.
We've tugged Europa into like near Earth orbit. Awesome. What now?
True. And then, also, we are bringing yours truly, Thunderfoot, back today. We have confirmed he is live again.
Oh my god!
I am.
We get
so
live
excited.
Thunderfoot reaction.
Yes, we do. We absolutely do. We tuned in for a quick second upon scrub yesterday, and of course, he was frying SpaceX for scrubbing the launch due to weather, because SpaceX can control the weather as well.
Of course they can, man.
Anything Thunderfoot says, I believe.
That's what Block 3's for.
He's like the Messiah. He's going to lead us into a better future. He knows everything.
Thunderfoot has all the solutions, man.
The trouble with Thunderfoot is he has some really good points sometimes, which are overshadowed by extraordinarily bad points.
I always tell people, anybody who gets a following that big, you can kind of tell they'll talk about a few things that kind of make sense, and then they'll throw in just the most outlandish stuff, and then they'll do it over, rinse and repeat, and that's how you grow a following that learns to believe the same things that everybody else does. So very, very interesting, though. I do love Thunderfoot. Best reactions on the internet. You can't beat it, to be quite frank with you. What are we currently at on our T-minus clock right now? Does anybody?
We're almost at T-minus 27 over here.
Oh, 27 minutes. Do we have an update from SpaceX regarding the favorability right now? Or are we still at a solid 55%? Yes, sir, we are.
I've not seen anything, so I presume we are. I do appreciate that the live stream team have just gotten bored enough of doing it over and over that they're just putting up the previous live stream at this point. They don't care anymore.
Yeah,
they don't care.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything. But
they're just re-streaming Last Flight.
We streamed this yesterday. We could just play that.
I wasn't going to say anything.
That's true, yeah, we could actually.
I was like, okay, well, I guess.
Do you reckon if we put up our Flight 9 stream, no one would notice? There, you wanted your cost cut, Joey? There you go.
There you go. Easy.
Oh my goodness, this is just
We can just like every time someone says Flight 9, we replace it with a dub of me saying Flight 10.
And it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be like Flight 10.
Flight 10. Yeah. Oh
but man, this is what a launch this has been. This has been
messy. Sarcastic, or are you being serious?
I'm being sarcastic. It's been messy. It feels weird that what was it? Ship 36 just blew up not long ago.
God bless.
Just blew up, but that was like 2 months, over 2 months ago.
Yeah, in Starship time, that's basically an hour.
Yeah, I mean, what was that in June? No, that wasn't June. That was July. Oh, June. It was June. Yeah.
Was it June?
It was late June because I was in the hospital. No.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was June 18th at 11:03 p.m. local time. So.
Nerd.
Oh, come on.
Changing what's underneath the tile. There's a 100 different variables.
Oh, are we on our 3-month anniversary today of Flight 9?
I thought that was on the 27th.
It is the 27th.
Oh.
It's 5 past midnight.
Sorry, Jarvis malfunctioned there for a second, so we are 1 day off.
Jarvis, it's back to water suit for you.
Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah. Yeah.
We've had a few chat comments here. We've got Kay saying Interstellar Gateway shirts go hard. Perigi. That could work actually. It could work. Although I fear that the social media backlash from monetizing Interstellar Gateway could put us bankrupt. So maybe be careful there. We've got Elizabeth saying cycling context. I'm sorry you have to listen to us while you're on a bike. I can think of no worse punishment. But SpaceX Starship Flight 10 launching in 24 minutes, hopefully. We are watching to see if it scrubs from weather again or if it actually goes to space. If it explodes, you'll be able to tell by us weeping.
Bellion said, free Joey from TSE's Evil Island, please. Please get me out of it.
Yeah, he's actually...
No, I don't think that's happening.
Please, always get me away. That's why he's...
How much money would we have to raise to purchase that island, actually, Joey? Is that feasible by Q5?
Which one? Raccoon K?
Yeah, Raccoon K.
Probably they'd probably want like a solid 5 million, maybe 10.
Yeah, you can take out a loan or two, that's fine.
Maybe 10 million bucks. Yeah, that's
we could make that in like 2 streams. We got this.
Yeah. Energy. Can we get a new shirt, please?
Well, okay, so let's be for real. Or think about like your top streamers in the world. Do you think they could pull in with like massive donations? You think they could pull that in a day? Let's say a week. Actually, let's say a week. Could they pull in 5 million a week?
XQC probably could. They'd give him money just for
XQC is extremely rich without streaming.
Yeah,
he would.
I've seen a Sims 4 streamer rack in almost like 10 mil in like a month, I think. If I'm like not
What?
If I'm remembering right.
From
Yeah.
a Sim?
I mean, it was for charity. But
Oh, well, that's a bit different though. Like that's
this is charity for us.
like if
let's
I
be
give money
honest.
to XQC, he's probably going to use it on Fortnite skins. If I give it to the Saving Children from Cancer charity, then I'd hope that it goes to a better cause.
You know who's paying out right now is Kick. Kick is paying creators a lot of money.
I've seen about that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Like I'm not really a Kick fan, but the amount of money that they're dishing out is absolutely insane. So
Are they even?
What's that?
I wonder if they or Twitch make profit though.
I mean, you got to, right?
Is Brandon in here?
I don't know about that. A lot of these companies are funded by internal ventures. got a voice in our head. Mr. Jarvis told us they won't after the next lawsuit. So thank you, Jarvis. Oh my lord.
Oh, that's a...
T-minus 22 minutes. We're getting closer.
Are we still
sure.
on previously recorded right now?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I need to keep talking.
Hey, so guys are...
Oh, there goes TSE.
All
He's
right.
now in an area that has no signal. And I don't know if
I'm
you...
right here.
Oh, there he is.
Loss of communications, TSE.
If you haven't noticed, Brandon and TSE have been driving every day since we've been streaming this.
Do you reckon they've just kept driving since the first stream started?
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
don't stop.
I don't know where they're going, but they just like driving. So, yeah, I guess we'll just let them be and let them do what they want to do. Wherever they're going, they have no signal though. So, TSE looks like a robot right now.
Right here.
You see the way he turned his head?
Yeah,
Holy,
he looked like a,
holy crap.
he looked like
That
it
was
was a scary
terrifying.
movie. Are they still cycling through their previous stream right now?
Yeah, they are.
That's always fun. Man, I wish I had a job like that where I could just play the old
What?
stuff and call it a day.
They cannot
I don't know.
hear
Maybe
or
one
see us
day.
at all. The connection is so ass out here.
Yes, he looks like
So does the car have like a 2-prong plug?
I have no idea. Let's see.
Then if we don't take life to another planet, life will be destroyed. So it's incumbent upon us to ensure that we do bring life to other planets and ensure the long-term survival of.
Yeah, so we got this nice, lovely technical presentation, if we call it that. Fellas, did y'all get anything new from this yesterday?
We're gonna be a multi-planetary species, apparently. That's
Not at
that's
this
the
rate,
goal.
we're not.
That's, well, okay.
Oh my god, I've been stretched again. Oh,
Make it feel
it hurts.
anywhere less than 40 minutes, basically, in terms of flight time. So
I do hear a lot of talk about the whole Starship point-to-point thing. I'm going to be a doomer on this. I'm going to say that there's no way this ever becomes a commercial reality, except for military uses.
I don't
And
think
even
so.
the military
absolutely, yeah.
are going to have to use it incredibly carefully, because it turns out sending something on a ballistic trajectory towards enemy territory is generally frowned upon.
I think it could be useful for like. I think they've had like a render before where it's been like an aid vehicle, like a Starship lands in somewhere like Puerto Rico after like a natural disaster happens, right? So you can get like aid there immediately, but still, I think the application of that is a little
Sign me up for that, please.
weird. I don't know.
I think
I
that-
don't think point to point with just like, you know, passengers is going to happen. I'm going to be a doomer on that too.
And it's a whole
I think the infrastructure that you need for it is just too heavy. I mean,
It's also too expensive.
it's
Like,
extremely expensive. Look at how much Starbase costs to build.
we talk
Billions.
about we talk about aid. I mean, already the US government doesn't want to spend more money on aid, and
I mean, yeah.
if there's an issue in a third world country, I think they'd much rather you sent over a few C-130s, not a Starship stack. So just give them the invoice and say it's okay. You can pay it with Klarna.
What do you do with the Starship after it like lands in like, you know, the center of like a city after a natural disaster?
You know,
How do you clear the debris for a landing pad?
You know those overpriced burger joints that are inside old trains or old airplanes? Turn it into
Okay, wait, that'd go hard. I'd
go
down
crazy
there.
actually.
For people, we've used an airplane a lot of times. That's just something a little more tangible to folks.
Yeah, if you were to stack Starship up
So it
against
looks
one
like
of the
we're at
biggest airplanes
T-minus
out there
18
today,
minutes and they're
the
done with
747,
their
just
previously
one
recorded
Raptor engine
segment.
is double the thrust of all 4
You feeling
airplane
good?
engines.
You feeling
Super
good?
crazy to
We-
think about.
we
I
ready
think
for
I'm
this?
just
And
ready
the
for this
super heavy
bad boy
on
to
the pad
launch.
right
Look
now,
at
which has
look at the cloud
33
cover.
Raptor
It's not
engines,
horrible,
is
but you
putting
could
out as much
you
power
could
as
see
about
you could
64
see that cell off
747s.
to the right
Yeah,
of your
it's,
screen.
Again, just a tremendous amount of
That's sort
power.
of what's starting to run
World's
away
largest flying
over
object. It's
Brownsville
crazy.
Harlingen
And again,
right now.
Looks
that
like
was
it is,
really
yeah.
cool to
Just
just
checking goes
go
now.
through
Seems
that.
to be kind of
Yeah.
I
defeated.
love to geek out as much as
Looks like it
everybody
is
else
using,
over all the
goes,
nitty gritty,
so.
but always important to remember. There's a lot of people that just don't know that
copy
all of
me,
this is
Joshua.
happening. So
We're getting
it's cool
there.
to
We're
remind
getting
them.
there,
Cool
aren't
for
we?
everybody else out
My
there to help us
information,
spread
not
that
yours.
word. All right.
We are going
So
to
right now
unplug
we are
Jarvis after
17
this stream.
minutes, 12 seconds, and counting until the 10th
I think
Starship
I'm just
flight test. While we
ready for
do
this
have a
thing to
moment,
launch,
though,
really.
let's check in
Like,
over with
honestly.
Tyler Lionquist over in Hawthorne
I think
for the
everybody's pretty
latest
much on the same
Starlink.
page where
How's
it's
it
like,
going,
okay,
Tyler?
the
Thanks, Dan
excitement
and
was
Amanda.
cool.
I'm Tyler Lionquist,
Building up
and I'm
to
a
it,
Starlink
now it's
business
like,
analyst
okay, I'm
here
not
at
going to get
SpaceX.
excited until this
Starlink
thing
is
actually
SpaceX's
like...
low Earth orbit
Or
high-speed
multiple
internet that's
directions.
bringing connectivity
Or until we hit
both
40
on
seconds
Earth
and then
and
they
in
release the
space.
count, then I'll
Now,
be
for
like,
today's
okay.
mission, Starship is
get
outfitted with
excited.
4 Starlink terminals, allowing us to get live views of ship while in orbit and all the way down to splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
Okay, they cannot
Our
hear me.
Starlink satellites are built in Redmond, Washington, which is also where we monitor the health of the entire constellation. So let's take a quick look for more on Redmond.
Oh, interesting. Did you notice that
What a lot
camera
of people might
behind
not
them?
realize when they think about the scale that we're operating is that actually 2/3 of the operational satellites in orbit are Starlink satellites. And then all of those Starlink satellites came from right here in Redmond.
A little bit of pre-recorded footage that was shown to us yesterday. This was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a Starlink facility
We've
in
currently
Redmond,
got a
Washington.
constellation of
No,
over
it's
8,000
sick.
satellites that are flying around in orbit. So they're working together to
Their little
fill out the
demo
whole
was
surface
nice.
of the Earth,
Really
make sure
like that.
everywhere can have service.
I really hope
So we have these laser
we get to
links
launch
that are
today,
connected between the
and we get
satellites, so
to
each
door
satellite
open,
can
and they
pass
get to
data
from one to the
deploy
other. The
That
Starlink
is what allows
payloads.
us to have
Because
these
I'm
hundreds
really
of gigabit
hoping
links
that they have a
between
camera
satellites, and
on
that's
at
what
least
allows us
Yeah,
to
yeah.
every
And
one
TSE
of
even
those
mentioned
two
it, that
high-quality,
they
high-speed
simulated
links
view
here.
they showed was awfully particular. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping to do that.
Yeah, TSE did say that. I think they may be.
When you think about that,
They may
Starlink
be a
that you
little
have
more
at home,
confident
the technology
this
that's
time
in
in it.
there and that's in
I
your
know last
antenna
time-
is very similar to the antenna that's on the
I know
satellite.
last time the door got stuck.
We use what are called
did
phased
not.
array antennas,
It-
which
it
is
just
a
got
fancy
stuck,
way of
so they,
describing an
Ooh,
antenna
RF
that's made up
anechoic
of
chambers.
many
These are cool.
little
These are very
antennas
cool.
that work together in order to direct their energy to a specific spot
I'd love
on
to
the
just like
ground
sit
without
inside
a
of that.
What if you were a radio wave or if you were like you?
Is a very
Just like
slow
me,
process.
honestly.
It takes people weeks
Yeah,
or
have a
months
Ultra
to
in there.
build a
Sound.
satellite.
Jarvis,
At
in the
SpaceX,
meantime,
we
while they're
iterate
playing
very
this,
fast,
can we get
and we
Thunderfoot
have
on the
learned
screen?
how to build
Oh,
satellites
no.
at 70
We're gonna do that now?
rate.
Yeah.
We can't. I don't think we can do it at the same time. I think that approach
As
is the
we have
limits of our
focused a
technology.
lot on production rate, we have
only-
not
there's only so much
forgotten
you can do.
about our satellite
We
reliability.
can pull it up during
which
coast.
Oh, we'll
is
pull them up during
critical
coast.
to
We'll
our
see how
mission.
things go.
If you look at the whole
No,
world
it's
and you ask, where is the satellite industry? It's right here in the USA, in Redmond, where
I
the
kind of
vast
don't
majority
blame
of
them
satellites
for
being
just
built are being
recycling footage,
built
though,
right here.
to be quite frank with you.
Starlink is a truly
Because
game-changing
curating all
technology,
this
and it's
for
all
a
supported
stream,
by the global
for one day
satellite
stream is
constellation from this space
enough
here in
work,
Redmond.
but to have to do it 3 days in a row,
And
it's
we're really just
probably
getting
not
started
fun.
at the very beginning of what we want to do with
It's
Starlink.
probably not fun at all, but let's see what we got going on over here.
Now, as we mentioned earlier in the show, one of today's objectives is for SHIP to deploy Starlink simulator satellites that represent the
Please.
advanced V3 satellites Starship will be launching in the future. And as you can see here, Once Starship reaches a nominal
If
orbit,
TSC
the
used
payload door
Kuiper,
will
not
slowly begin to
Starlink,
open
he'd have
to
better
prepare for
connection.
deployment.
They're actually trying to get Starlink set
The
up right
Starlink
now.
satellites will be dispatched relatively
Jelly
quickly,
bean,
one
what's
at a
going
time, like a Pez dispenser, as you can see on your screen. They'll be situated in one long stack, taking up as little space as possible, allowing for an efficient
they're gonna
deployment
shoot out
sequence.
that fast?
Once
Yeah,
these
yeah,
set of
they've got like a
Starlinks are
railgun
deployed,
system.
The next set advances and deploys until they are all drifting away from Starship.
Like
I
and
really
prepare
want to
for their
know
long
if
orbit
like
life.
doing
launching
that
them.
is
Each Starlink
somehow
V3
going to
launch on
push
Starship
Starship
is planned to
over
add
a little
60
bit with
terabits
each,
per second
Oh.
capacity to the Starlink
each
network.
one
That's
dispense.
more than 20 times the
Especially
capacity
with
added
each,
with every
like the
V2
full
main
size,
launch
the
on
real,
Falcon 9.
big
Yeah.
boys.
So we're talking about a massive increase in
I'm sure they've
performance
got
all
like
around,
some
which will
idea on how to
ultimately
dampen
enable
that,
Starlink to
you
serve
know?
as the communications
Yeah, this is the video that we were talking about that
Yeah.
we're hoping we
into
see
Mars.
today.
Right here.
So for now,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to turn it back over to the team at Starbase.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Okay, let's
Dan's
turn
looking
our
a little
attention to
more
today's flight
cheery
profile,
today.
which will
It's
feel
'cause his boss
familiar because it
isn't
is.
there.
Yeah,
We're
that's
looking to
true. His
get
boss
our
is
first
staring
re-entry
at
with
him,
this
like,
iteration of ship,
the
and we're
entire
again
time,
intentionally
so.
stressing Super Heavy during its return.
I've been growing
The
fond of
next
Dan's
generation
beard.
booster
Like
is
not in
on the
a not in a
horizon, so the
homoerotic way. I think
objective
it's
is to
actually a good
push
beard.
and learn all we can from this
Okay.
current version.
All right.
All right,
Dude,
let's jump right in. As always, it's going
okay.
to start with liftoff. Super Heavy ignites 33 engines lifting off
God
from Starbase
forbid
and
a
ascending.
man
It's going
compliments
to
a
power
man.
that ascent for about 2.5
Whatever
minutes
does it
until we
for
get
you,
to
dude.
hot stage
This is a cool little
separation. Super
trajectory
Heavy
map.
shuts down all
Yeah,
but
yeah.
3 engines,
Inverted
deeply
views are always
throttles the
cool.
remaining one. Stage 2 lights its and
I'm a
flies
big fan.
away. We have stage separation, a directional flip. It's going to descend. We're going to do some landing burn experiments and then do a splashdown in the Gulf.
Meanwhile, ship continues on with its ascent burn, again
And
reaching
we
a planned
lost ship
suborbital trajectory. We'll attempt to
here last
deploy
time.
8
Here,
Starlink
yep.
simulator satellites and then head back for re-entry, where we'll be testing multiple experiments, including missing tiles, metallic tiles, and intentionally loading the vehicle's flaps. Ship will also attempt a flip maneuver, and if all goes as planned today, we'll conclude the test with a soft water splashdown in the Indian Ocean. So that's what we have on deck for flight time, which
Inshallah.
is just about 11 minutes, 40 seconds from launch.
Right, and so just a quick status check. So as you said, we're about 11 and a half minutes away.
We got the white boy
Yes,
saying
it is.
inshallah for
We have our latest
stuff.
range and weather status,
Yeah, we're
and
cooked.
surprise, everything is looking green today. So
Thank
that
goodness.
is
Oh,
that's
we
the
got
biggest
all
news
green
that we were
lights
looking
today.
We
for.
got
Again, weather
green.
is the main
I'm
watch
seeing
item
green.
for
I'm
today.
being greedy.
But we are
Yesterday,
green right now.
for
We're not
reference,
tracking
we were
any
red
issues
on
with the
all
vehicle
counts
or
right now
ground
at this
systems.
moment.
So we are looking pretty good for launch. We did all
Let's
of our
see, what's
normal
our count?
pre-flight
71%
checkouts
in LOX
with all the
for
different
the
vehicle
booster.
and pad
Methane,
systems.
78%.
At this very
Ship, we're at
moment, we're
96
almost
for
done.
the methane
Or
and
we're pretty
97
far
for
into
LOX.
our
So the
prop
ship
load
is
on
almost
ship
full.
and a little bit more
and
to
the
go
booster
on the
is
booster.
going to top off.
Yep,
It's
looking
at 3/4
closely,
right
it
now.
looks like we're
They
near the
can't go to
closeout
space
on
at
ship, like
3/4. They're
Dan
cooked.
said, about 70% of the way through.
They
You think
forgot
that's
to
what
fill the
methane
Underfoot is saying
and
right
yeah,
now?
they forgot to
on
fill the tanks up. At
booster
least they did.
side. We'll continue loading prop for a while.
They got 10 minutes
Close out
left. What are
at
they
about
doing?
T minus 30 minutes, 20 on ship.
By this
and
point
then
in
30
ASB,
seconds later,
I'd have
we'll
closed the
finish
fuel
up loading
transfer
prop
valves.
on the booster.
It's a nice,
Yeah,
cozy 83
bottom
degrees
line,
out there. It's not
a little
bad.
over 10 minutes to go. Range is green,
not
weather is
horrible.
green,
What's
vehicles
that in
looking
Celsius?
healthy.
Let's see.
We're looking good to launch right at the top of our window. at
28 degrees?
6:30
That's
PM
awful. That's
Central
awful.
Time.
Can't
That's
wait.
like, it's like
All right,
sub-Saharan
now let's quickly
sweltering
talk about
July
Mars,
heat.
since everything we do
Where are
is
you
a part of our
referring to?
foundational mission to get to the red planet.
Just notice the
Each
temperature.
Starship launch is to learn more and more about what's needed to make life multiplanetary and to improve ship to the point where it's taking millions of people
Okay,
to Mars.
I'm not saying
We've shared the
IGW
plan
condones this,
previously in the last couple of
but it
months.
would
We're
be a
looking
crazy
to start
drinking
sending
game
the very first starships
to take a
Mars
shot every
next
time they
year.
say
These
multiplanetary
missions, not with
species
people.
during one of these
We're just
streams.
Oh, you'd
looking
be cooked.
minimally viable.
I
Let's
The thing is,
just
I was
prove
fine with
that
them
we
saying
can
it back
get
in
there.
like the Falcon Heavy
And
days
so
because
we're just going to
I was
focus on learning as
enthusiastic
much
back
as
then, and I
possible,
didn't have
looking at all of those
like
different
fears.
phases.
And now I have
prop
watched
load,
3 stainless
prop
steel
transfer
cans
out
blow
orbit,
up.
sending
I
stuff to Mars,
really,
doing the
really just
transit,
want us
doing
to
the
get to
entry,
orbit first,
and
man.
just doing a landing.
Please.
And in
This
our next
this image is
window,
pretty
around
cool.
2028
I
to
remember a lot of people on
2029,
Twitter
we're going to
saying,
attempt to
"Whoa,
land
they're
the
landing
initial
the first
infrastructure
starships
and start
on their
delivering
skirts.
more
Are they
equipment as
stupid?"
well, while
TSC made
evaluating
an
available
animation about this
resources on the
ages
red
ago.
planet.
It's
And we
honestly,
will also
it's
have
hilarious.
Optimus on
Years
board for the
ago.
ride, who's
It is
assigned to do the initial heavy
hilarious.
lifting.
They
looks like we're
are
doing some
landing
flap
them on the
checkouts real
skirts, by
quick
the way.
on the
That
ship.
is-
as
Yeah,
we
they
are
confirmed
coming
that.
The
down
actual
in
landing
9
part is the
minutes.
least relevant part of the
Back
whole
to Mars, though,
maneuver,
as
so-
those wrap up.
I think the rest of
by
his
about
animation was
2030,
funny, where it was one of the
we'll continue to
optimists
increase
sticking
the
its head up
payload per
the
ship,
hatch
build
that
out
was
more
falling
infrastructure
and
out there on
sputtering.
Mars'
That was
surface,
hilarious.
start to mine
but-
some of those
It's pretty funny,
resources,
yeah,
set
yeah.
up some propellant generation plants,
But no,
build up some
yeah, I
fuel
didn't
and some
expect that to be a
oxidizer to
real
send
thing.
starships back from Mars. By the
well,
time we get all the way
I
to
mean,
2033, we're looking
I
at
guess you gotta
double
do
the
what you gotta
amount of
do, right?
payload we're sending.
Is that a
with each
Cybertruck?
ship
Are you
as we
kidding me
get
right
closer
now?
and closer
Oh
to
yeah, you
building
didn't know
a
we're gonna have them on
self-sustaining
Mars.
Oh, they
presence
love using
on
that
Mars.
asset. They
Yeah,
love using
definitely
that in these
lots of
renders.
exciting missions
You reckon
ahead
they've
of
just got
us,
an
and
FBX
these
that
are
they
going
drag
to be
and drop
crucial
into
to
like the
setting up what we'll
background of
need for
everything they
humans
want?
to eventually inhabit the planet, and we won't be
I
doing
think they're
this alone.
also, you
The
see that like
Italian Space
tube
Agency
that
and
thing is standing
SpaceX
in. I'm pretty
recently
sure that's
signed
supposed to be
a
like a
first-of-its-kind
hyperloop or
agreement
something.
to carry Italian
We'll
experiments on the
see.
first Starship
Don't say that
missions
word.
to
Thunderfoot.
deliver
Mate.
customer
If you say that
payloads
3
to
times in a
Mars.
mirror,
So
oh
these
god.
if you say that
payloads
3
will
times in a mirror, you
include
can
an Earth
summon
experiment,
Thunderfoot.
a weather monitoring station, and also a radiation
We are
sensor
8
to gather
minutes
scientific
and
data
12
during
seconds
Starship's
out so
approximately
far.
6-month
Probably
interplanetary
a
coast phase
15 to
from
30
Earth to
second
Mars
delay
and
from our
also on
stream,
the
but-
Martian surface.
It's a really exciting mission. Make showing up
The
for work
lighting in the
really
studio
fun
is a bit
for
weird,
us.
isn't it? They're kind of red.
We're going to
It
need to
is.
launch a
I
whole
was
lot
kind
more,
of
though.
looking
So
at the
while we're just
a
under
picture
8
somebody
minutes
had
away
posted.
from
I don't know if it was
launch
SpaceX
today,
or just a
let's head back over to
behind-the-scenes shot
Tyler
that
and
they put.
Hawthorne. Talk a little
But
bit
you could
about how
tell
we're going to be
it's still
increasing
brand
the number of
new. They were
Starship
using
launches
probably
going
2
forward.
lights from the
Tyler?
ceiling.
Thank you, Dan and Amanda.
So it's
to
not,
put it
you know,
plainly,
not
in
set
order to
up
launch
yet.
more starships,
If
we
at
need
all.
to build
The
more
setup
launch
here is
pads.
great.
And that's
in
exactly
retrospect,
what we're
compared
doing
to
at Space Launch Complex 37 at Cape
Yeah,
Canaveral
see, they
Space
got
Force
full
Station
lighting
in
here.
Florida.
Everything's all good.
Now,
but-
Pad
That looks
37
4
has a
points
storied
almost.
history, most recently the Delta
yeah.
IV rocket
Oh.
and for the missions for
Oh,
the
Did I
US
see a
government.
Brandon
Prior to
peeking
that,
out?
the
Jeez,
pads
What was
supported
that?
critical
Oh.
development for the Apollo
Brandon
lunar
or Jesse?
program in the 1960s.
Hello.
And we are honored to have the opportunity to continue making spaceflight history at Pad 37 with Starship. But first, we need to optimize the pad. So earlier this year, we started dismantling some of the existing infrastructure to prep the site for Starship operations. This will include up to 76 launches a year, with up to 152 landings at that location for Super Heavy and for Starship. And to support this flight rate, we plan on building 2
Ooh,
launch
look at
pads.
this.
Each will have 1 tower that can support launch and landing,
I was always fond
plus
of
deflector
SpaceX's color
systems,
grading.
launch mounts, and water
yeah.
deluge systems.
Honestly.
This will also include a propellant farm that will produce propellant on site and serve both launch pads. So there is a lot of work in progress, but Pad 37 is only one part of our plan for Starship operations in Florida.
Oh, 2 ships fueled up.
A few miles away from Pad 37
Twice
at
the boom.
Kennedy Space Center, our 380
2 big
foot tall
booms.
vertical integration facility called Gigabay is under construction. Once complete next year, Gigabay will be capable of housing multiple Starships simultaneously for rapid assembly and integration. And meanwhile, at Launch Complex 39A, we're building Starship's infrastructure to support up to 44 launches and up to 88 landings a year, independent of operations at Pad 37. So with 2 launch complexes in Florida, we'll have the ability to fly up to 120 Starships annually, not including our flights from Starbase. So action is well underway in Florida. How's it looking in Texas?
Thanks, Tyler. Things are continuing to look good
I'm
for
actually
launch here
very
in Texas,
surprised
so
that
getting pretty close here
they
with just under 6 minutes
ended
left.
up
You mentioned Gigabay. We're currently laying the
allowing
foundation
people
for
to stay
Gigabay
this
here at
close to
Starbase as
the
well,
launch pad.
and we expect it to be up and
Honestly,
running
this
sometime
is
next
really
year.
close.
So yeah, there's a
if
whole bunch of
if ship
Starships
ever
on the
went
way,
boom
and we're
on the
going to need
pad,
more hands on deck. So come help us build the gateway to
would
Mars.
not be
Visit
fun
SpaceX.com
for anybody at the
/careers
production
to see all of our
site.
openings.
Or
Been here for a couple of years
You reckon
now.
they've all just signed waivers?
Nowhere more magical, more
Yeah.
inspirational
Surely,
on the
right?
planet if you're a
Or like
space
if they're
nerd, you can
workers,
come
it's like,
be like Amanda and
you know.
build these
Yeah,
things for real.
like, I don't-
It's pretty insane. It's super
Man.
exciting.
And oh my goodness, if you're
And,
inside
yeah,
like the mega bay or
come
the
check
high
us
bay
out.
for any
All right.
reason,
Absolutely,
the
it's
rattling
surreal
of
to be
that
here
thing
for
would
sure.
go crazy.
Okay,
'cause
so
it already
we are
rattles
looking like
during
we're about
launch.
5
so.
minutes away from
That's
launch and heading
disconcerting.
into terminal count.
If the
Range and
VAB
weather
rattled
are
during
continuing
launch,
to
I'd be
look good,
worried.
and power continues on both
Just
stages
shakes
of
the entire
Starship.
thing
We'll
apart.
close out
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
just a minute or so.
Yeah, we're just about done.
Oh,
it
below
looks
T minus
Let
5
me
minutes.
Grab my numbers real
Oh,
quick.
man.
We're not tracking.
Look at
any
that
issues.
sky.
We
Oh,
are,
I'm feeling good, guys.
just creeping up to 90%
I'm
full
ready.
on the LOX on the booster, a little over 93% on ship, or sorry, fuel on the booster, and then ship we're just about to close out, so only a couple of minutes to go there. Once we're done, you've got just shy of 11 million pounds of liquid propellant on board those two different stages. We'll see a couple of final things happen. Well, you can't really see it. It's all going to be happening in our ground systems as we'll do pushbacks, clear all of the propellant out of those lines that are flowing up through the tower and into the vehicles, and get ready for launch. We just did our final guidance, navigation, and control system checkouts. Our flight safety system is being armed right now, and we're doing our final wiggle checks shortly with the engines on the thrust vector control tower steering the rocket. If we need to hold, which we are not currently tracking a reason to hold, that would come at T-minus 40 seconds. You saw us do that yesterday. We can hang out there for about 8 minutes or so right now. That's the point. It's built into the countdown. If we need to wait for clouds that just won't go the heck away or any other issues, we can hang out at T-minus 40 for a bit. But at the moment, we're not planning to do that.
Now, once we pass that T-minus 40-second mark, a number of events are going to occur in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition systems come up to flight pressure. Ship will switch over to internal power, and after that, the QD arm lockout is removed in preparation for retraction, which occurs shortly after T0. And once we pass that T-minus 40 seconds, we do still have the ability to then reset full count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened.
How the
and
mud
if we can
flats
proceed
look.
again back down to
Flats look
liftoff.
relatively dry.
That's right. We do have at least one point of no return, though. If the water-cooled flame deflector underneath the launch mount fires off, that happens a little bit after T-minus 10 seconds. That doesn't turn off once it starts going, so we would have to stand down for the day if we do hit a hold or an abort at that point, so we can refill water tanks. At this point, we're not sure if we'd be able to attempt tomorrow because we have fully loaded the vehicle. We have to do a lot of fancy scheduling to get propellant in here as fast as possible. But again, we've got a pretty heroic and amazing team that works all of those logistics, got us into our attempt today after we did
there's a lot of
unplanned
people
wet
that
dress
are
yesterday
tired
during
of
our
staying
attempt.
up late,
So really
especially
excited to
our
see,
friends
but
in the
coming up on
UK.
2
Bro, I
minutes.
just woke up, man. I'm okay.
Green for weather.
Like, man, and I
more
feel
so
for the
now.
people at the
And we're not
pad with
tracking
remotes
any
down.
issues
That's all I can
with
think
the
about every time a
vehicle
scrub
today, so
happens.
we're looking good.
Oh.
2 minutes to go.
It used to be a lot easier with morning launches, I
Yeah,
think.
again, not planning on
You know,
holding
if a
at
scrub
T-minus
launched for a
40
morning,
seconds right now, but in case we do
you had
pass
plenty of
that
time.
and any issues
Prop
come
load
up,
is
we can
complete.
recycle the count. We're pretty lucky that we have this ability. Falcon doesn't
We
have
are
that built
at
in,
1
but
minute and
being
40
a
seconds.
developmental
Let's see what
program,
happens,
this affords
guys.
us a lot more flexibility, so super useful to be able to have that. But again, not currently tracking any issues, so hopefully we'll be good to launch today.
All right, coming up on 90 seconds, we've got a pretty good crowd gathering with us right outside Star Factory here at Starbase. Looks like we're getting a quick TVC, that wiggle check.
This is my favorite view of the rocket.
Right under the
Right,
launch
they're
mount.
wiggling my raptors.
And by raptors,
All right,
let's
so
just say
we've got crowds gathered out at Hawthorne, crowds gathered here at Starbase.
Super fun to see people getting to watch
Look
out
at
on
them
the
all
front
cheer.
lawn now.
Why do you say that as if you've like
1
placed a
minute to
bomb
go
in the
to launch.
diffuser?
Don't say that. What the hell?
My bad. We meant to,
Again,
we
our
meant to
holding
release
point
that fact
comes
at
up
T plus
T-minus
10.
40, not tracking any reason to stop there.
They
so
know
we
not of the
should
scourge. Crossing through T minus
see us
40
go
now.
right
This is a
through that.
milestone.
Here we
Let's
go.
see.
Yes!
Let's go, boys.
Okay,
Yes!
okay.
Let's
Thank
go,
you.
boys.
Go to space, please.
We are
I'm
counting
Now
tired.
the
down.
excitement.
We're
Now
gonna
the
let our flight
excitement is
director,
back. Now
Maciek
now
Batura,
it's
take
here.
us the rest of the way.
Hey, hey, Emlyn, have we
30
triggered the black
seconds, the
magic?
10th liftoff.
All cameras armed and ready to go. Oh man.
Project Horus fixes this. Inshallah, inshallah.
Yeah.
T-minus 15.
Oh my lord.
T-minus 10. 9. 8. 7. 6.
Here we go.
5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Ignition.
There it is!
We're going.
All engines good?
We have liftoff.
Oh!
That was a bit of a slow liftoff this time.
It
Okay,
was.
good range. That was a little
bit.
slow.
A little bit.
Oh, look at that orientation.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
No, that's magic, but...
Oh, beautiful.
look at that. Straight
Chamber pressure nominal.
perfect.
Do you reckon they did that on purpose? Flying
Certainly
VFR.
not.
Flying
Look at that.
VFR.
Beautiful.
40 seconds into
Perfect roll
flight.
program,
33 out of
Booster and
33
ship,
Raptor
avionics,
engines.
power and telemetry nominal.
All nominal there on power and telemetry.
Getting good call-outs, healthy
Look at
systems
the ice falling
on
off
the
there.
booster as it starts to
I love
pitch
watching
over,
little
over
bits
the
of it go to
Gulf.
the plumes and clean bread for a sec.
And we're about to hit max Q.
Oh. Oh.
There you
oh.
go.
Beautiful.
All right,
That's
we're
what's
about
up.
1 minute
Oh.
into flight, about to
Holy
pass through max
crap.
You
Q.
kidding me?
Oh, what a shot.
Max Q.
Oh, that's crazy.
Man.
What a shot.
The 4K video of that. That's going to
Oh,
be
All right,
good.
so we are
Oh,
through
yeah,
the
when they
period of
released the
maximum
footage of that,
dynamic
ooh,
pressure,
man.
max stress on the vehicle as it continues to fly.
Our
Starting
next
to roll
major
a little
event
bit.
is going to be hot staging, which is happening in just over 90 seconds from now. To get ready, the booster will shut down all but 3 of its Raptor engines.
Is that
The
fast
clamps
switching
holding
now?
the 2
Oh,
stages
we've lost an engine
together
there on the
will
booster.
release,
Are we
and the
starting to
Starship
roll a
Center
little
stage
fast?
ignites its engines.
I think we're rolling.
The ship
Are we
then
rolling
separates
fast?
from the Super Heavy booster and heads to space. At the same time, the 3 engines still
Doesn't look
firing
quite
on
fast.
Super Heavy
Oh,
will flip
okay,
the
no,
booster
I think that's
around.
just okay.
10 more engines will ignite for the boost back burn, putting the first stage on the path
They look
for
stable, though.
splashdown in the
What
Gulf.
I'm interested in is it looks like
As
the
we
flap is
mentioned
twitching
earlier,
really,
the
really
hot
gently.
stage will be jettisoned for this flight, and that should occur
You can
just
see
after
sometimes the
the
camera
boost
kind
back
of shudders a
burn.
bit.
So we're about to
Oh,
shut
alright.
I
down
wonder if
the
that's
first stage and
unintentional or if
perform
that's
hot
actually
staging. So
programmed
let's just watch and listen.
That's another little roll here.
Oh, you can see the clouds over there.
Yes, Joshua.
Oh. Thanks, man. Thanks. God forbid I try to add some commentary.
Coming up on stage separation.
Here comes stage set.
Oh, are we
All
now?
right, seeing the engine start to throttle down.
And we're going to do this little flip.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Miko.
It will be done.
Good
And you
shutdowns.
pick it off.
Ship ignition.
RVAX. MVAX good. Not MVAX. Crap, that's Falcon.
Boost
There we go.
Oh, C's even.
Beautiful.
There you
There we
go.
go.
One engine out on the booster. It's the same one.
Yep,
Stage
so that
separation
engine is
confirmed. We've got
gone
6 engines
for this
running
flight.
on ship.
That
Booster
one is gone
doing
for
its
this
boost
flight.
back burn, continuing now towards
See
its
this little RTS
splashdown
puff there
site
from
in the
Starship. That's
Gulf.
nice.
Ship
We are
Raptor
seeing
chamber
all 6
pressure is
Raptors
nominal.
lit up on ship.
Pressure's nominal here.
So this is the infamous sprint to.
You
Seeker.
heard them report ship chamber pressures nominal, so that chamber pressure, just that expected thrust level in those Raptor engines on the ship. 3 vacuum optimized,
Ship
3 sea
avionics,
level,
power and
all
telemetry
looking
nominal.
good.
That's the early shutdowns on the booster. Nice.
There's a view into the business end from the ship.
Boost back burn
Is that,
shutdown.
is that a leak right there?
I was going to say, those aren't flames leaking, are they?
No, it's a leak.
Would be nice to know.
All
Nice.
right, so at
booster
this
shutdown.
point, we finished our boost back burn, so that was shut down. So that's the first of the 2 burns after a launch that the booster is going to do today. So now it's headed towards the Gulf. It's not going to be quite as an aggressive of a flight down. We relax that angle of attack a little bit, but we
Yeah,
are
that's a
then
good
going to be
idea.
looking for it to do landing
The
burn.
booster was
Oh.
struggling to get there.
Yeah, typically
last
we start
time.
with all 13
Man.
I think you'd
engines
struggle if I
centered in
chucked you
our
into the
engine
Gulf
split
at like
That's
for that
true.
landing burn and
Or
bring
that
that down
was
to
bad.
just the center 3.
That thing was struggling,
But one of our
baby.
test objectives for today is to simulate what an engine out situation would look like. So we're going to be intentionally turning off one of those center 3 and instead lighting one of the engines from the middle 10 ring.
Yeah, we did see one of
All
those
right.
engines
That'll be
in the
interesting
middle
to see.
ring shut
Oh,
down
that
during
track.
the
Oh, there you
initial
go.
ascent. Oh, looks like we have
Lovely.
hot stage jettison. You can see it floating away there to the left of the booster. Yeah, we did see one of those middle engines shut down during the ascent. Again, we are resilient to engine out on Super
Starship
Heavy.
Flight
That's why we're
nominal
able to get through
trajectory.
our ascent.
Where's the reaction control thrusters there?
Starship flying on the expected path.
Mr. Emlyn, that was a Thunderfoot reference.
There's still a chance that engine could be back
Jarvis
in the
missed
mix
the
for
joke.
the very start of the landing
ice
burn.
suit
So
for
we'll
you.
see if we light up all 13. But we've even done a landing burn at the tower with an engine out. So very resilient. We'll see how it does on its way down to the
Let's see if
Gulf.
we get
though.
that engine back on the landing burn. Let's see what happens.
All right, so we got a couple of minutes. That landing burn start should be Just
I
about
reckon they've got
40
like a little
seconds
plumber down
away.
there who's just patching up a line right now.
That's
One
always your
unlucky
ad. You can
integration
see the-
engineer gets sent into the skirt.
see the plume itself in the background as it was coming in.
Here we go.
These tracks have gotten better, haven't they?
Oh man, they're
Yeah.
butter.
Right,
They're
about
butter.
20
Yeah.
seconds to landing burn.
Oh, there's vapor.
This this one's coming from
Ship after
Port
chamber pressure
Isabel,
is
by the
nominal.
way.
Let's watch the engines.
Oh, it's a little wobbly.
Ship still looks
All
good.
right, here we go.
Here we go.
Burn startup.
Yep, that engine's still gone.
Engine's dead.
Nice.
There's the engine out. Ooh, interesting.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
real
landing
sick.
one in
Cut
the middle
away
ring.
from it.
Oh, look at that fin
Oh
pricing.
no, there we go. There we go. It made it.
Is that grid fin meant to be angled like that?
Down to
that's
2.
isn't it?
Nice
Oh,
little
buffer.
hover. And landing burn
There's a little
shut down.
hover. Woo!
And into the
And
Gulf. Here we
then-
come.
And bye-bye.
And
Yeah,
the
this was planned, I
booster
think. They did a
has
simulator
splashed
in
down.
high altitude cut down to actually get all the way down to the
Incredible
test.
flight for booster today.
And that drop also ensures that it splits open and
Meanwhile,
does sink
back in space-
U.S. waters. By the
So
way.
they don't have to shoot
Yeah.
again.
About
Yeah.
7 minutes into
Because
today's flight, ship
we're
continuing
almost
its
certain that they
ascent
did
burn.
shoot it, but it did not.
This goes
sink,
until just about 9
when they
minutes
wanted
into
it
our
to,
flight.
so.
That ship engine
Our ship
cut
still
off
looks good, thankfully.
is slated
And
for
there's
8
a lot of
minutes
interesting
and
little things going on there.
57
Those
seconds. We are
blades
going
of
to
experiments.
see those 3 RVAC, the Raptor vacuum engines. Those are the bigger circles, and that little indicator on the bottom right of your screen. Those will shut down first, and we continue burning for a couple seconds longer on those inner 3 before we hit SECO, or second engine cut.
I'm starting to think that grid fin was jammed, the one we saw there.
Really, you don't think it was just a?
Ooh,
These views
really?
are looking
That was
great
angled,
once again. Thanks
could be
to
intentional,
Starlink
but that was
for
angled
getting us these
fully
views.
deployed.
It's just incredible.
Let's see if we can get
Interesting.
engine bay cam back.
And we just heard the sound from booster.
It's like we just got a late boom from the booster.
Oh, it just had a boom.
Yeah, we have
This is the
ship
part where
engine
we're a bit
cutoff
nervous, to be
coming up
honest.
here just
Yeah.
shortly. And as we mentioned, today's flight test is not an orbital flight, but rather one that demonstrates Starship's orbital capability.
Starship is on terminal guidance.
Terminal guidance.
All right, entering the final phase of this burn.
We're almost there.
Under 30
Come
seconds.
on,
to
baby.
go.
Come on, Mars.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, that Raptor looks hot down there, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've seen this now like, twice, haven't we?
yes, we
Like, we're
have.
gonna
Down
make
the
it to
vacuum
SECO.
engines.
Oh,
There go the vac.
that looks nominal.
Ship engine cutoff.
We shut down those.
Oh my
7
God.
There we
phase
go.
successful ship engine
Finally, it
cutoff.
looks like they didn't spring a leak this time either. But we'll see.
And I believe that's the purge there,
Seco,
right?
baby. There we go. That's
Yep.
what we want.
There we go.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Nice.
All right, we just heard the call for nominal
Quite glowing,
orbital
I'll bet.
insertion.
How many times before have we seen that? It's multiple now, right? That
Yeah,
little,
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cooling channel, I think.
All right, so ship is in space. There we go. We're seeing the flaps starting to move into a stowed position. That's why it looks like your camera's moving.
Yeah, exciting to see Starship safely in space and super pumped to see all the team's hard work in action here today. And of course, as guaranteed,
Is this a
it's
flap
been
check
an
cam? Have we
exciting
seen this
day
before?
so far. We successfully lifted off right on time at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, that's what it looks
thankfully,
like.
our weather was looking good today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The
and
tiles on top of
booster
that flap are
quickly
interesting.
had our soft splashdown in the
Yeah,
Gulf. So
we're doing
ship
some type of
continues
test
on.
today.
Yeah, ship.
Yeah.
able to
And I know
complete
on the
its
bottom of the
ascent
flaps, they
burn
also
all the
removed
way
some of the
in.
tiles.
You can see
Didn't they
some of the
replace it
shadows
with
start to creep
some
as
sort of
it's
thermal
gonna be
insulator?
eventually flying into
Yeah, I think
an
so.
orbital night.
Yeah,
Like
some
a
of them
black
are
and white
that,
Some
and I
daylight
believe some
start
of
to
them are
go
also
away,
metallic as well.
But ship is in
They're
orbit,
also
completed
still
its
testing
burn,
that, so.
And I mean that's just the beginning.
How excited do you reckon the TPS team are to actually get data?
Finally!
Finally! It's been months, man.
While we're on
I've just been analyzing the same MATLAB file Like,
Yeah, right there. We just saved the termination system, automatic flight safety system.
Just
we
all
have on the
V1,
vehicle.
all V1
So that
data.
is
Yeah,
turned
it's just
on
over and
when the
over
ship starts
again.
its coast period.
They've just taken a tile
We
home and
are
torched it with like
coming
an
up.
ace torch.
Our next
Poor
milestone
guys.
is going to be the deployment of those Starlink simulators.
At this point,
We've
just
got
slap
payload
some
inside
tiles
of
on Dragon
Starship
again.
that
See
we're
what
hoping to
happens.
deploy into space for the very first time. That deploy is supposed to start at about 18 minutes and 27 seconds into the flight.
So we've got 7
just
minutes
about
to burn,
7
gentlemen.
minutes from now. That deploy will take place over a couple of minutes. It'll go about 1 satellite a minute. So we'll be spread out over that. It might get a little dark, but we've got a couple of views that we can show you.
Did I see Thunderfoot
to
for a
see that
second there?
deploy
Or is
in
my mind
action.
deceiving me?
After that, we're
You're
also
seeing
looking
things, man.
to do a relight of a single Raptor
He's in my
engine
head.
while we are in space. We've done this once before.
Why does Joey
This
look
is
puzzled?
not
Joey, what are you looking at, my
necessary
friend?
to deorbit
I don't wanna
as
say.
we are in a suborbital trajectory.
You don't want to
But
say?
If you're looking at the
essentially
debris
a
coming out, I'm
chance
pretty sure that's
to
just ice
test
from the
out
purge.
what we need to be
Just-
able
yeah,
to do
look
a
at that.
deorbit burn. So we'll be doing
Joey's
that.
traumatized. Look at this guy.
Look
Look at this guy.
Oh, look at that.
That is quite a lot, though.
And then we get into re-entry. We're looking
Surely
to
that
get
was
that
just ice,
light
though.
show. And
Yeah, that's just
more
ice.
importantly,
It's just ice.
That's
it.
ship
It's
fine.
just
Yeah,
ice.
exactly. At about T plus 45
Bro, if
minutes,
the
we'll
ship
be
so much
I'd
as
like to-
breathes
re-entry.
wrong, I'd trigger
Again,
FPS.
I
I don't trust it.
Missing tiles,
I'd like
metallic
to-
tiles, and also intentionally loading those vehicles' flaps. Hopefully, we'll also see a splashdown in the Indian Ocean today.
Yeah, we were able to get to a re-entry last time, but we didn't have full attitude control, so
That's pretty cool, though.
we
We've
weren't
just
able to
heard
go
from the,
in,
from the
heat
voice.
shield first the
Take a look
way
in the bottom
we're
right.
designed
There
to.
is a really
So
nice
we
new
ended up
attitude
losing
indicator of the
contact
ship.
with the ship
You can see a
before we could
vector there,
make
the
it all
velocity
way
vector.
through.
We
So
think
you still
anyway
get
it's
data, but
indicated by that
you're
line.
not really getting the data that we want to make sure we're kind of stress testing the vehicle. As Amanda just said, we removed a bunch of tiles, and
A lot of
we
purging.
do this in some intentionally scary places on the vehicle because we're really looking, are there spots that were vulnerable to this before we ever start moving towards, putting ship into a full orbital mission to then do re-entries a little bit later on. So really, really critical to get that data, really looking forward to a controlled re-entry.
Yeah, for sure. As we always say, our main payload is data, but today we also have some actual payload on board, and those simulators that Starship will be deploying, we'll see coming up here in just a few minutes. These are dummy satellites that are about the same size as our V3 Starlinks. We have 8 in the Starship PEZ dispenser and expect to deploy
lot of
at a rate of
CRPVs there,
about
aren't there?
1 per
Wow.
minute. As
Oh
Dan
yeah, I was about to
mentioned
mention
earlier.
that.
Yeah.
Starlink
Ooh,
is critical in all of our
pink.
flights on Starship to get our main payload data, as we always say. And in fact,
don't
it's
think this
Starlink
camera's
that's currently providing these views
very
you see
sane.
as Starship
This camera's
cruises
not
a couple
happy right
hundred
now.
kilometers above
You reckon they put a
our
Because
GoPro
of
on
the
the
night
bay with a
sky camera?
polarizer?
Yeah, this camera's
Yeah,
not
we
very
took a
happy
peek
right now.
inside of the Starship payload bay there.
This is
for
the
a
kind of video
second.
you'll
So
toss
there's
at me and
eight
then
of
say,
them.
hey, can we
They're-
color grade this
they
by Friday,
kinda
please?
look just big steel plates, essentially. They're roughly the same size as those V3 satellites. When we do get that view inside of the payload bay, the payload door will kind of be on your right, and we'll start to see them go out like a PEZ dispenser. Yeah, here's a look inside. So those right down there in the center, they're kind of 2 stacks
Location
of 4
indicator
on,
on the
side,
bottom right is
and then
actually
the
really
payload
cool.
door is just
Yeah,
to their
yeah.
right.
Honestly,
Their,
yeah.
So
their,
we'll look
their
to see
3D
that
UI
open,
upgrade is so
and
good.
then those satellites
There's a
are-
guy on
we
Twitter who actually
bent
was
the
responsible
nose
behind
cone,
most
so
of
we
it. He talked a bit
essentially
about
bring
it.
down to
I forgot his
vacuum
username, though.
before we open the door. That was one of the things we ran into on the last flight, as when we had that fuel diffuser fail, the pressure in the nose cone became basically too high for the actuator of the door to open. So that's why we weren't able
You
to
see
get
the
door
vapor
open that
inside
time.
the payload bay there?
We have not seen anything like that
Oh,
on this
yeah.
flight. Everything's
Man,
looking
look at
good
all
with our
this.
fuel tank.
You're right. It's got a
and
bunch of
our
That's
fuel press
seats.
system.
Yeah.
So we are
Interesting.
hopefully
It's all the
just
systems being
a couple of
fried.
minutes away from seeing that payload door open and getting to our first ever payload. It's not the first payload we've ever carried.
You
but
carried a
it's the
banana,
first
I
one I'm gonna
guess.
try and show you from space.
If you really wanna say that, sure, it was a payload.
The banana strapped with
All right,
wires,
so I
suspended
think
in the
we're
bay.
supposed to open the payload
First
door
point-to-point
in
payload?
just
No, they have
about
carried
a
bananas
minute
for.
and change.
1 minute
And
from
you're
PEZ
seeing a little bit of
dispenser.
residual gas, and we opened the door once. I want to say it was back on flight 3. when we were able to make it up into space. And you'll kind of see a lot of that gas rushing out into the vacuum of space. It's the residual that's left over after we've already vented it down. So kind of a cool light show. And then we'll get ready to deploy those payloads out.
Bit nail-biting here as we approach that pen dispenser.
So we have crossed over now at this point into an orbital nighttime. So views from the outside will get pretty dark, but we'll see what we can see. We do this by design. We've been launching these later in the day here in Texas to try and get daytime views when we splash down. So it's daytime over in the Indian Ocean, where we are currently headed.
Just a few seconds until we expect those payload doors to open.
All right, one more time.
Some of these COPVs we saw in the river after the incident. I'm sure you'll recall well.
Oh, there goes the vapor.
Oh, yeah?
Sucked out.
There we go.
Oh. Oh, door shifting. That looks pretty good to me, gentlemen.
I'm thinking we got a door.
SpaceX have opened the door.
We've opened the door. I'm crashing out right now. I'm telling you.
I'm genuinely happier about this than launch. What is going on?
The bar.
You reckon they're going to shoot it out at the same speed as the animation? Just
Oh yeah, I want to see it launch out of the side.
Yeah.
I want to see it just get spit out. Yeah.
Attitude indicator.
All right, so the payload door is open. We should see the first satellites start to deploy at about T plus 18 minutes and 27 seconds. So should be only about 30 seconds. So one step closer. Hal, listen this time. He
Oh, what a nice camera
open the
view.
payload door for us. There's a view kind of behind the Pez here, looking out into the vacuum of space.
Yeah, it's a dome below that. Look at that.
About 15 seconds until payload deploy.
10 seconds off now.
This is a cool view.
I
like that.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Transition to payload deploy.
Question mark.
Now.
Inshallah. It's be a bit underwhelming if nothing happens, won't it?
Come on, throw them. Oh, here we go.
Hang on. I can see the little...
Going. Number one.
Look at that, look at that, look at the train going.
It's going.
Oh my god! Oh no.
Not enough force?
No. Go back. Hang on.
Don't get excited too fast. Oh, did it let it go?
Is it
I think it's gone.
And we have the first successful Starlink. Oh, wait, is that it?
It looked like it got
Wait,
stuck
wait
there.
till I do
No, hang
that.
on.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, they had to jam it out a little bit. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, yes!
Yes!
Oh! That's a payload, baby.
That took way too long.
That's a payload.
That took way too long.
Starlink dummy to be deployed by Starship. That's awesome.
Oh, that little system they've got is
Super
really cool.
exciting
It's a
moment.
rail.
That's actually really
It's
cool.
just a rail launcher. Yeah, it's
and
great.
Starbase. Everyone's super excited
Oh
for
my god.
finally getting to deploy some of those simulated satellites.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
That's
really
so
cool.
cool.
Next row. There we go. As we said, we're going to do about one every minute or so. And this is just kind of a dress rehearsal for when we're going to be deploying the V3 satellites, and these are just
It'll be interesting to see if anyone spots these re-entering.
massive increase
Oh,
to
yeah.
Starlink's capability.
It's actually a good point.
Each one of them
There'll be a
has
lot of them.
it's 60 terabits per second of capacity.
60
that's gonna
terabits
get
per
added to
second
the
is an
net
incredible number.
per launch.
That's
That's
insane.
20
Genuinely
times more
outrageous.
than what we're adding with every single Falcon 9
Look at this
launch
little
today,
doodad.
which,
It actually
you
shoots
know,
it out pretty
step
decent.
increase in capability.
Yeah, no, that was really
There
not bad
goes
at all.
Noah.
It's not like the animation, but
The animation was a little.
they did it. They, oh, so it seems like
Alright, so
they
as
do
we
a
said,
full
we've got
stretch
8 total
to make
that we're
sure
gonna go
that
through
it will
today. It's
actually
about a minute
release
for
and not
each
get
one,
stuck
but
halfway or 90% of the way, and then it goes for the full shoot, which is actually pretty neat. This whole elevator system that they have going on, it's pretty cool.
I hope they hold this view. This is pretty useful. Yeah, look at it go. That is so cool.
Look at it.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Oh my.
It almost looks like the first one looked like it kind of hit the door a little bit,
It
or
will
not
up a
the
little
door,
bit,
but
yeah.
the body just a tad bit. That might be something they improve upon.
I'll tell you what, it's easier to open doors than to close them. I'm going to be interested to see if they can actually close this.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yeah, no, I struggle personally.
All right, so we're about halfway through when we actually start launching the V3 Starlinks on
That is so
Starship.
cool.
Oh, that's
Flying about
cool.
60
Yeah.
each time,
Wow.
so it'll be about an hour
It
to get through a
separates it
full
and everything.
stack.
This is a completely,
Again,
this
it's
is just simple robotics that they've just put
massive
together in
increase
this ship. It's
in
awesome.
the amount of bandwidth
Yeah.
it's going to enable, gigabit upload download.
Did it just go for this?
People with
That one
Starlink
just did. They just did a
anywhere
full
on the
send
planet.
there.
I think
For
what they're
us,
doing is they're tossing row by row.
Starlink is just a tremendous
Yeah, so they're
part
doing-
of
They're
the
rocking back and
Starship
forth.
flight test program.
Yeah, absolutely. Always getting us that data, and
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Joey, there's
the
2 rows, my friend.
amazing views we have on the vehicle
Oh.
today.
They toss the first row first, and then you go back for the second.
Yeah, views brought
That's
to you
pretty
by
cool, actually, the way
Starlink,
they're going to
about
rock
us
back and forth.
deploying
Though. It's
Starlink
awesome.
simulators
I didn't even
before we
notice
deploy
that.
actual Starlinks. How deep does it go? All right,
They've
now
actually
we're
done
firing
pretty
out.
well on this. This is a good system. It is rare that we can say something works flawlessly.
No, this is a very nice system.
Yeah, this is awesome. Very interesting compared to the Falcon 9 approach of spin it up and let them go.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Oh, look at it go. You can see the actuator there. That's really interesting, actually. Watch
It's
how it
looking
releases the
smooth
two.
today.
You can see it gripping. Yeah, so you see that little gripping arm? It looks like what that's doing is shifting it down, and then there's pins that catch on the actual rail. So that guide rail you see on the right with the grabbing arm is what's responsible for actually moving each one down.
Very sick.
That is such a cool design. That is genuinely interesting. It's great to see a bit of
Looks
actual
like
proper
we've
robotics,
got
isn't it?
one left.
Almost there.
Yeah.
The rocking back and forth is so cool, to be fair.
Yeah, there you go. One
Just send it back a bit
remaining,
too far.
so
It goes straight into a
7 of the
COPV,
8
though.
have
That's a little
been
bit scary. That's just like a 200 terapascal
Just a reminder, we're
chamber of
trajectory,
death.
these satellites on that exact same suborbital trajectory. They're going to
Nope.
burn up
Nice view here.
entirely. They're on that same trajectory towards the Indian Ocean. So the last one has been deployed.
Oh, that guy's real excited.
Oh, I need to.
Starlink simulator payload complete. Heck yeah, everybody.
Yeah, this looks like it's from Starbase.
Loving the energy
Oh,
from
yeah.
Starbase and Hawthorne.
Oh my god, they're all gone. Right, now we'll see if the door actually shuts. I would like to
There,
go
yeah,
back
now
after the
it's
stream
empty.
and look at Thunderfoot's
Looking a little
reaction to them
lonely.
leaving.
Oh my god, yeah.
That'll be
Successfully
good.
deployed all the simulator satellites.
Really, really cool to see them all out there. again, people that have followed know Starlink's really critical for the
Oh, look
Starship
at that view.
program, in addition to, getting all those views back from the cameras on Starship, which this is an external view. As I said, it's dark outside right now. The lights are off. So it's going to be hard to make stuff out. But in a little while, the sun's going to start coming up as we get to re-entry, which is going to to be really critical.
Almost advanced Africa
we use
milestone, which is where
Starlink for
Starship famously
Starship
suffered
data.
last time.
Cameras also use it on the cameras that we use to bring you views of these launches, and also hopefully of the re-entry and splashdown. We'll see what we get from the Indian Ocean today, and that's just kind of how it all comes together. Like, we're using Starlink on the planet.
Shame we didn't
off the
get any
planet,
dumpling cams though.
and with Starship, we actually get a pretty insane.
Yeah, it looked like they were
if you're
all
in the
just
space industry,
like some
bandwidth
sort
to
of
space
metal
is
thing
usually
welded
pretty minimal.
together.
We get
And
about
plus, we were on the
120
night side
megabits
anyway.
per second. That's split between our high definition video and real time telemetry. We get that every phase of flight, including reentry. So it's not just giving us views of reentry, but we're getting all of that engineering data in real time through phases that it used to be impossible to get that in real time. So just really incredible.
Yeah, Starlink definitely affords us all this capability. And reminder, it's the world's largest satellite constellation operating in low Earth orbit to deliver high-speed, low-latency broadband internet. This provides internet access to people all around the world, many of whom had never had connectivity before. Today, Starlink serves more than 150 countries, territories, and other markets, with over 6 million active customers and counting. To meet the growing global demand for high-speed internet, SpaceX expanded its factory in Bastrop, Texas, and also introduced Starlink Mini, as well as an upgraded version of the Starlink standard kit.
All right.
About 10 minutes
with
now, we're
payload
expecting, hopefully, the
deployed
relight,
complete,
which we'll
pew,
see Dan talk
Starship
about.
is now going to close its payload bay door
Hopefully,
and continue to
that
coast
should go
towards
well.
Earth, around Earth.
What do you think, Mash?
towards
Do you
the
think that's
Indian
going to go
Ocean.
well?
Sorry, I'm really excited
Inshallah.
today. We are in space, people. Still a lot of major events to come, though. We are looking to relight one of those Raptor engines at about 37 minutes, 33 seconds into the flight, followed by atmospheric entry, hell of a light show, and splashdown. So we're going to go on a quick break, take a quick coast, sit back, enjoy the views. A little bit dark now, but they'll get better soon. A couple of space jams. We'll be back in just a few minutes for that Raptor relight and then re-entry. See you soon.
All right. While we wait, what do you say we hop on over to our good friend?
You want to take a look at Thunderfoot? Sure.
Let's give him a visit. Let's give him a visit. Why not?
We'll see if we can queue him up. Hang on. I do really like this assembly, though. I am not a mechanical engineering guy at all, but the little chain drive and the gripping arms and the guide rails, that's so neat.
Listen, in another life, I would have been a mechanical engineer in a heartbeat. I would have loved to get my hands on a system like that. That looks so cool.
You would not have loved, however, to do the math behind it.
Oh, absolutely not. No, that would have been the end of me.
Yeah. That's kind of why I don't do mech eng, I think. Aerospace is very multidisciplinary and more based on understanding of the whole system. In mech eng, you have a trillion equations to describe the relationship of gears between each other. I don't know, man, I couldn't do it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, look at that door.
Oh!
Never mind. SpaceX are goated. Incredible. Incredible things. This is going too well. Too well.
Oh, you're gonna you just jinxed it. Oh.
I'm worried. One of those COPVs is going to look suspicious in a second.
We're going to see a lot of vapor build up in the payload bay.
I'll tell you what, my friend, though, Joshua. I'm a bit bored of the SpaceX and the proper stuff. I think it's Thunderfoot time.
Yawn. Let's
Shall
see
we-
Thunderfoot.
Shall we have a look-see? Shall we pay a visit?
I say so.
Let's take a look-see. See if we can bring him up. No. Little rush of ice stay, you see that?
Went across.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What?
What?
What are we?
Huh?
What is going on here?
Into re-entry, you're basically taking the weight of the empty tube on its side, and so if you don't have a structural brace across it, the whole thing just basically squidges down.
What?
There is movement here, right? All those little particles moving around that doesn't look like random evaporation to me. Right, so
Is he talking about the dust?
Yes.
Particles of ice in the
They
back
build this. Okay.
They sort of behave like little comets. So if you warm them up on one side, they will generate thrust from that.
Okay, yeah, but a tiny bit, I guess.
What we're seeing at the moment, when you see the snow,
The physics of a light sail?
inside this thing,
Light sails mentioned.
it's all moving in one direction, which.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I take a look at the orientation of the vehicle, and the orientation of the vehicle doesn't look screwed up. So, and if you take a look at the,
it's all going right. What's happening?
That previously made it look like it was rotating. Looks stable now. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I love him. Bless his heart.
And oh god, we got 20 minutes to kill before the next interesting thing happens. What's going to happen by the charts that we have on the screen.
There you go.
What are these charts showing?
So, what you're looking at here,
energy in tons of TNT.
Energy, which I've converted into tons of TNT because
why?
People understand that a 1-ton explosive is a fairly big bomb. The cookies that they had in World War II, the blockbusters, I think those were 2 tons, and the Moab, mother of all bombs, they're like 10 to 30
Oh, I
tons.
love Moab. That city is beautiful. Shout out to Moab, Utah.
And this is.
Did they name it after the bomb? Or?
Coming back in from space. That's the.
I want to believe so, but I don't think that's right.
20 odd tons of TNT equivalent, and you lose 90% of that in the atmosphere before you actually light up the engines. The engines just take out the very last little bit of energy. This red line is where we are at the moment. So this red line would extend all the way back.
Okay.
This is the energy of the upper stage.
I mean, he's correct so far, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
It's a giant 100-ton bullet traveling at about 8 times the speed of sound. And yeah, that's got to lose all of that energy. So I think this was Flight 6. Flight 6 was the last one which you might have called a success, in that it didn't blow up, didn't lose control, and made it all the way back through the atmosphere. So these are actually taken from I think it's Flight 6. And so you can see that you lose the energy. The energy loss is more or less linear as you go through the atmosphere. The density of the atmosphere, however, is not quite like that. Yeah. So someone was asking the other day, why don't they just come in on a lower trajectory, and then they don't have to worry about this peak heating thing. And the thing is that when you're actually coming into the atmosphere,
what's going on in the bottom left there? What's that chart showing?
Versus time.
What is that? Does that say
so
unilateral?
100 kilometers. That's when you.
I'm not sure.
Unilateral Dubai chocolates. Not sure if you.
We got Labubu on the bottom right.
We got Labubu graphed against Dubai chocolate.
Oh. All right. I think the top left is Claro streams over time.
Or does it start? Does it start with the Instagram situationship and end with the exam season? You can tell we're grasping at straws here. There's nothing of substance happening.
He's just explaining the physics of re-entry. Honestly, I mean, at least
he's not even entirely incorrect.
Right?
Honestly, good on him. Good on him. He appears to be a little bit right now.
Which is
positive foot over here.
So the
thumbs up foot.
So
thumbs up
foot.
The
entire weight of the vehicle on its side.
Maybe he watched Mars National Geographic,
when you're building
and his mindset has just changed.
Landing it like a plane kind of makes some.
He's got love in his heart now.
It's got to take its weight on the side like that anyway. So. But the bottom line is that for this first little bit, so our time scales on the bottom here are exactly the same.
Little flash of light there on the SpaceX stream. That's cool.
The first several minutes of re-entry. So this is re-entry. Once you get to 100 kilometers.
That's re-entry right there. Look at that.
Here, the first 5 minutes when it's all glowing, all pretty colors, you're basically getting no deceleration.
Why does his cursor look like that? I've just noticed.
That brings us over to our last chart, which
Am I going crazy,
Oh,
or is his cursor wrong?
3 colored lines.
I can't really see it. Is it different than like a
It's
Windows or Mac?
it looks slightly different. Yeah, is this a
Do you have a
Mac cursor
custom
or something?
cursor on?
So the yellow line
Maybe.
on this one is exactly the same as the red line on this one. So what you get out of this is Starship has energy in 2 forms. First of all, it's high. So, just to go high takes energy. To go fast takes energy. Overwhelmingly, it's like 90-something% of Starship's energy is in going fast. And when you come down to it, the landing burn, so the total energy of Starship at the moment is roughly a kilowatt.
Oh wow! See if we can pull this up. Actually, we just had an image from John Krause of the SpaceX vapor cones. Absolutely unbelievable.
It's literally you're burning a few tons of energy of fuel to lose that very last little bit of energy. And honestly, by that time, you could just land it like the shuttle, but.
Okay, I don't think Thunderfoot's saying anything of value. I think we can cut away safely. It's been interesting to check up on him, though. You know what? I'm quite pleased that he's not dooming right now. We're expecting relight, hopefully imminently. Interesting that I don't have a marker for it on the timeline.
Yeah, honestly.
We are through the deorbit demo gate, so we should be seeing it momentarily.
Relight demo startup.
Here we go.
Oh, there they go.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Oh.
All right, looks like we confirmed the relight of one of those Center Raptor engines. Second time we've done that. Super exciting. Huge congrats to the team on this milestone. Very exciting to see.
That was a cool light show. Yeah, I get to do a mini version here. So again, that's
Did
going to
you
be really critical
nominal orbit insertion
when
there?
we're doing deorbit burns. Like as you're going through, which if you don't have one, there's so much
Can you
fun.
say that?
But like
They called nominal orbit insertion. Yeah.
Dan, turn it on. Light that engine.
Not if it's going to plan.
Set my co-host on fire, and that's what we'll eventually.
Okay, whatever.
Do,
Maybe it was
break
internal
out
for
of
its
orbit,
engine. That's
come
just
back down to Earth. So
maybe they're
really
throwing
cool
us
to
for a trick
see
here.
one of those engines light back up again in space. That was our last in space thing.
Very exciting. We're going to be heading back for re-entry at about T plus 45 minutes. So we're going to take another quick break.
They did that demo quite low, didn't they? 140 kilometers now and closing quite fast.
Yeah, seriously.
Trying to figure out what the view's showing us. I see like a snicker of something. It's refreshing to see no leaks in here.
Yeah.
Just
honestly, it is so refreshing having a ship survive.
Yeah, I was kind of prepared for it to detonate and
yeah,
and for the Twitter mentions to start coming in.
And now we have to sit here for another, what, 30 minutes? Oh, God.
Can we get Subway Surfers in the bottom right, please? That's actually why we're planning our new stream upgrades and our new mixer, so we can have different corners. We'll have a Subway Surfers corner. We'll have a Instagram Reels corner.
We can get some, like, Simpsons clips up there.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. I think we could get a deal with
look at that flap
Warner
wiggle.
Brothers.
Oh, whoa! What's going on
with that
there?
flap?
Yeah,
it's a little warped.
Oh, something. Huh? Hang on.
Oh,
what?
Something's peeled off. I think that's is that the skin?
I can't quite tell on this slide. Hang on, let's keep watching. What is? That looks like a. Yeah, something's peeled.
Starship is slowing for entry.
I'll be willing to bet that's ice clinging on, but I'm actually not sure.
I was gonna mention right after Ascent when we got Seiko, it was looking like that part of the flap was looking a little warm.
That doesn't look like ice actually in that view. That's far too rigid.
Yeah. Leave that.
Nice. You can see the
cloud
earth
right there.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Joshua.
Oh, wow. Of course. Call me Cloud Watcher, the way I be spotting these. Goddamn. Whoa. There we go. That's the sun. Or not. Is it? Yeah.
Those engines purge quite a bit, don't they? Just heard the voice tell me, well, I don't want it blowing up again, do they? Thank you. Thank you, Emlyn.
I do find it a little weird that we don't see that engine relight or beginning of reentry on the timeline down there. That'd be helpful.
This is really interesting, actually. That vector pretty much shows you actual details on the angle of attack that I don't think we've had formally up to this point, have we? I don't think we definitely haven't had exact measurements on angle of attack. I'm sure we could actually draw something from this. This is really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be great for TSC when he makes a...
yeah, I was going to say, because you can see the vector slicing
Yeah.
it. This is very space shuttle style angle, actually.
It is.
Oh, we're crossing through 114 kilometers now. You'll get heating around 90. Joshua, I cannot hear you for a sec, my friend. I may have just dropped my headphones. That was actually a comical failure. I don't know how I've managed this.
You just missed the most important info drop SpaceX has ever dropped. He's still missing it. There we go.
There we go. Hello.
Getting bright in there.
Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't it? Okay, tell me I'm not going crazy. Do you see that ice to the left of Raptor 526? Oh, well, it's gone now.
I think I did.
It looked like a stick man. Whoa, look at that flap. Yep, that is.
Yep.
That is metallic. That's actual metallic
torn
skin
up.
that's peeled. How has that happened? Does that happen during rotation? Is it quartz? There, look at that skin. Oh, sorry, ice to the left of 526. That looks like a stick man waving.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Look at that guy.
I told you.
Look at him.
Little guy. Hey, bro. Oh man, this is what tank watching does to a man. He's waving at you. That's so
Hey,
cute.
little guy.
Hey, bro. This flap looks okay at least. The other one certainly does not. This is forward.
There's the forward flap. You can see a dragon right there too. You see that? See that? On the hinge. Look at that.
There's an interesting little detail about the flanges between the flaps, the forward flaps anyway, and the ship. One side has pretty much complete TPS coverage, the other one has some spots missing, so you may see some little bits of plasma licking out through there. I'd like them to cut back to the previous flap, because that was an interesting little problem.
We are about 45 minutes into the 10th flight test of Starship, and as you can see, the light show is starting.
Ooh, those tiles. Has something happened there?
To re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
Looks like they've fallen, haven't they?
Definitely fallen.
Yeah.
Barreling through the Earth's atmosphere and head for a splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We don't.
What's
plan
going
to
on with these
recover the
flaps?
spacecraft today, but if we do make it all the way down to the water, who knows? But the goal of this part of the flight is to learn as much as we can about the ship's heat shield. A fully reusable, rapidly reusable heat shield for a spacecraft has never been done before. It's one of kind of the hardest engineering challenges still out there for us.
It'd be interesting to cut back to this other flap here and take a look, because it does look like almost looks like the hinge is torn up through the
So
skin.
we'll need information on how the ship's system end up performing. And Starlink will
Some
also
nice
help
mental
us
actuations
gather
here
as
at
much
least. It looks
data
like they're
as
nice and
possible,
stable.
which is really the main reason why we do these flight tests. Starlink provides us with one more path to collect data to help us rapidly iterate on Starship's design.
That's a
And
nice
if the ship
shot.
manages to make it all the way to re-entry, we'll collect valuable data on the spacecraft flying through the Earth's atmosphere at
This is the first time we've had a proper nominal
or
block
when
through
they're
entry,
flying
isn't
at
it?
the speed of sound.
Yeah, throughout history, a lot of times this is when you go into just a complete data and insight blackout, where that plasma sheath builds up around the outside of the spacecraft that blocks all of your signals that are trying to fight through to talk to either satellites out in space or towers down on the ground.
Oh, the stickman's gone. Joshua!
Oh no!
He's gone!
They killed him!
Whoa! 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 Oh my lord!
So we just saw some of the aft skirt just take a hit.
Something's just happened.
Did something hit the aft
Yeah, it looks
skirt?
like something slammed into it almost. That was...
Could that have been a Starlink?
Hang on,
That
hang on.
did it?
Look at the flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flaps, they are vectoring hard as well. Something's happened.
Woof. Okay.
What the hell? Was it the flap that was breaking up? That issue with the hinge, that was a rear flap, I believe.
Seeing stuff like that is still valuable to us. We are trying to kind of...
Is that flap still there?
Can we cut to that, SpaceX, please?
Version of Starship. So, 47 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight. Excitement ticking up a little bit on re-entry already.
This is really, really bad.
Show is continuing. This re-entry is going to take...
Oh my lord, look at this.
Was it really?
Yes. Look at it. Look at the peeling there. I think the flap just kind of exploded almost.
About 1 hour and 6 minutes into...
Can we get the flap view? Are they going to give us that?
Yeah, and
Oh no, that view is pretty though. That is incredible.
Obviously no runways or other humans to help us out. So we are doing propulsive landing instead of more traditional means such as parachutes. And propulsive landing enables us to...
Well, they're stable at least, but it looks like the flaps had to work hard to correct there for a sec. You can see them vectoring way harder. So that tells me the aerodynamics changed.
Yeah.
I think that flap might have... Something must happen to it on the back.
The 3 vacuum, the 3 sea level, and they're down in that abskirt region, which...
flaps have control.
Ooh.
That's not...
Oh, that
good
is
at all. That is the straight hole punched through.
Getting into a dense enough part of the atmosphere that the flaps can start controlling us. We're not only reliant on those kind of reactions.
There's that other flap. Okay.
Thrusters.
Yeah.
So...
We're going to continue hearing some call
Not much you can see from here.
makes its way back
Yeah.
to Earth. So
Oh, so this actually looks relatively... It looks like there's a hole that's been punched through that flap at the rear. I don't think that was properly punched through before.
So if it makes it through those,
It was not.
we're doing
Yeah.
That has developed, so it's almost
getting
like...
worse.
I don't know what's happened back there, actually. That's really interesting. That little piece coming off won't have punched a hole through the skirt, so what happened?
We start coming down. The hit we saw to the skirt, definitely interesting. I will note, when we started doing these missing tile tests, we were intentionally removing them only in the skirt.
Whoa.
You know, that's not over your fuel tanks or anything else that's kind of structurally critical for keeping the entire vehicle together. That obviously exposes your engines, so that could do some things for our landing burn. But
I think items to watch on Real Lives will probably be the regen channels. If the engine itself is shielded now, to hell and back. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay.
That could be a plasma in space?
We are at the point where we're in dense enough atmosphere that the flaps have control. So about 74 kilometers in altitude.
It does kind of look like plasma,
starting
plasma
to
trail.
see some sunlight, so we
But
intentionally
this is
time these launches right
this
now.
is scary.
So we have
This is very
daylight.
scary.
The sun should actually come up over the horizon on Starship in about 30
Yeah, it
minutes.
looks like a new plasma
So
effect.
as we get a little bit
That
further
is
into this,
that is jarring. Very jarring.
It's going to start to look like clouds and hopefully a bright.
I could be going crazy here. Does that rear flap not look like it's really far back, more than usual? Whoa!
Oh, there's
okay.
some.
Where have we seen this before, my friend?
These poor flaps, man. Come on.
He's hot for a great reason. This is actually
how they're able to control the vehicle.
okay. This could develop. This could develop. This is 70 clicks. We're not free peak heating.
So kind of where they
Oh man.
to the ship itself.
Is that little piece going to keep peeling back?
We will do.
That
I
looks
think
like
he's just gonna keep peeling
that looks
until
like a
he...
thermal layer, doesn't it? So that thermal layer's been peeled back. It's now just raw skin, which is really bad because that heat can propagate, as we've seen before.
Kind of poke on what some of its weak points are. I mean, we even have missing tiles.
I really hope they don't have to redesign the aft
So here we can get a
flaps.
better view. It looks like the engine bells are mostly okay. It looks like they took a nick, maybe.
Yeah.
We're doing this over a completely
Is that
empty area over the Earth.
was that a dent in the center? Do you see that? E3.
Oh yeah, I think you might be right.
E3
in the
to the right of the
RFEC?
text. If we get that view again, no, the RC. It almost looks like there's a dent in it. I could be crazy, but
We
Really?
do have at least one buoy, everybody's favorite camera person, out in the Indian Ocean right now, being powered by Starlink. So that's at our planned landing location. So if we're able to get,
you can see some more pieces there coming off the rear flaps. That is not happy at all.
we nailed our target.
That blue burn is really interesting. What material is it that's burning blue?
6 flight tests do it in the daytime, which was really exciting.
Surely nothing good,
The stream
man.
manager, Mr. Ramlin, tells me not anything good. Well, whoa! Oh!
Oh, look at the
That
orientation
is an
in the bottom right.
interesting effect. What is happening here?
Ooh.
All right, so we're about 10 minutes until we're probably going to start hearing some of the other big milestones coming up.
Yep, in about 10
That was an
minutes, like Dan
incredibly
said,
energetic
Starship
event, though.
will
We've
be
never seen anything
transonic.
like it.
Yeah.
This is going to be the period of flight where the velocities of airflow,
Honestly, yeah, the forward flaps are
flowing
fine. These
past
are
the
completely
vehicle, are
nominal.
concurrently
Yeah.
below, at, and
You can even
above
see they're not heat
speeds
warping
now,
at all.
so
These are
somewhere in the
completely
range
fine.
of Mach 0.8 to 1.2. For reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds.
That's the horizon right there. You
Yeah,
see
you can
that?
see the horizon there.
Mach
That's nice.
Nice.
4 and Mach 0.85. So that's 480 to 575 miles per hour or
67 clicks.
30 kilometers.
That's going to get hot.
Yeah, and after transonic comes subsonic. That just means you're slower than the speed of sound. We're still well in excess of that right now. But by the time we hit subsonic, we're essentially belly flopping down. There we go. There's that sunlight. So we're seeing the Earth now come back into view. One of the other things we're doing.
This is a
during
great
this,
view,
you're gonna
especially
see
with the
Starship
attitude
Flight
indicator. It
hit,
looks like it's almost rolled a little bit, doing like a snake
extreme
almost.
ways,
I'm not
but
sure.
A little extreme, as we're trying to really
Nope.
stress the structure of it, of the ship itself, specifically those aft flaps. So the ones in the very bottom of the vehicle. We're pushing not just.
So then
how well
saying
does the heat
Starlink is
shield hold
actually
up, but how
awesome.
well
I mean,
does
it
the
is.
structure hold
Continuous
up.
connection
We
for
are-
re-entry
I
is
mean, we are
unbelievable.
pushing it beyond essentially what we think we'll have to fly at to do something like a return.
I really don't like the stream artifacting. It is
So again,
throwing me off.
It's a little scary.
very smooth ride downhill.
There's that.
Yeah, the
there's
back of
that flappy
Starship
leg.
is not meant to be glowing that color. That is phenomenal.
Build up a
Hmm.
but sun is up.
This is interesting. It does look like it's snaking a tiny bit, doesn't it?
We are just
Yeah.
about 10 minutes away. A little
Oh,
less
there's-
than 10 minutes.
Oh,
away
geez.
until we
Check that
start
out.
hitting
0.7.
transonic and then subsonic. Once we hit subsonic, we're
It's going to get a lot worse. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the skirts, actually, if that's going to have... I hope structurally it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, the orange is pretty.
All right, so about 55.5 minutes in, you can see the sun is up. Again, we intentionally designed these flights to lift off in the evening here so we get these daylight views so we can get as good a video as possible on the ship, assuming we make it all the way down. We've got at least one buoy powered by Starlink that's out there.
If you look on the side of the ship there, you can see the steel getting tempered by the heat.
See any live views?
Turning a little rainbow color. Very pretty.
I think that'll be what is it? It's the discoloration is down to chromium oxide, I think. It's heat.
Is it now?
It is a oxidation layer.
Looking good. And at this point, again, the flaps are controlling. So this movement you're seeing is that forward flap moving to try and just maintain control, maintain attitude.
Might watch the angle of attack change a little bit there as the forward flaps tip it slightly. Which we can actually see now thanks to this indicator. I already know TSE is going to be OCRing this to hell and back.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll find something. At least it looks like they're a little bit steady now, but you can see that flap now is red hot back there. That is jarring. And I note they haven't given us a view in a little while. Which...
Checking in on one of our flaps. We got one of these cameras.
These forward flaps do look totally okay, though. Looks like maybe there's a little bit of thermal space.
Oh, look at that warm!
Okay, the back of that is gone.
That's getting warm.
Yeah, these rear flaps are not good, are they? What have they changed between Block 1 and Block 2 on the rear flaps?
But looking at those flaps is really, those are just...
Would have thought that these were pretty much, unchanged. So that is a disconcerting little thing to see.
Maneuver kind of cross range, so as you're coming in, you can see in that indicator at the very bottom right that
look at that flap. Yeah, corner's completely even. That is red hot burning up to like a quarter of the way through. That's worrying.
It's like we got a little bit of...
The hinge looks a little bit safe, but you can see a tiny bit. Look at that hinge right there. It's gone now, but you can see a bit of brown tempering, or sorry, discoloration.
But you can see the hinge if you look straight down.
As I understand, brown is the kind of final stage of oxidation on stainless steel, and that's when the maximum temperature is reached. So if you see brown, it's gotten hot.
Oh.
Oh, look at that tip. That's not good.
Oh,
that's not
you can
good.
see through.
That's not good at all.
Oh,
That's
no.
very fast. And that's peeling.
Oh. Yeah, look at that.
I
Good
am
Lord.
not actually convinced this flap's going to survive. This is kind of scary. Whoa!
Oh, it is. Oh,
Whoa!
Man.
Man, look at the forward flap response.
I
It is
want to believe
fighting
that
this.
it's falling apart this bad because the skirt is gone. You know,
I don't think the skirt's going to be all cause it. But to be fair,
I haven't seen an engine bay.
Engine bay cam's gone.
Look at that G-force. We're almost at 2 Gs.
Intentionally stressing the flaps. Maybe we should stop doing that just for a little bit. This is
maybe just this once.
Yeah, maybe just this once. That's Jesus. Okay, look at the flange as well. That's turning red hot even on the tiles. The tiles should not be getting red hot, at least from my understanding.
Down to 48 kilometers in altitude, expecting that transonic to come. So transitioning between the speed of sound and subsonic.
I guess those ones are pretty leading, actually. No, those will get to.
In just a little under 4 minutes from now. And right now, we've got kind of a lot of forward momentum, a lot of forward velocity.
Maybe past peak heating.
Yeah, G's are slightly dropping here.
Yeah,
free peak. There you go. Somehow it has survived. That was... This isn't the point of max load on that flap, though. Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
Lord. Look at the brown discoloration down the side.
Oh, wow. Look at the catch pin right there.
Oh, it's working. Oh. I'd argue this is not
man.
normal. This is scary.
Oh. They got it.
All right. See those flaps swing.
Oh, that poor flap.
Again, we are putting ship through the ringer on this flight in.
That's constant rate oscillation, actually. Hinge looks safe. You can see some discoloration around it. Look at how toasty it's getting right on the midline there.
Yeah.
You can see that brown peeking out. I might need a tiny bit more tiling there. Or not tiling, blanketing.
Might be a little useful.
Floor flaps are okay, yeah. You can see they're a tiny bit heated, but that's okay.
Kind of that max stress and
But at no point did it really reach any of the kind of brown scary point.
Definitely things looking good so far. We're about 2 minutes out now from Starship becoming transonic.
one cool thing to note.
It'll be interesting to see what actually happens on entry, though. Not entry, on landing. I'm worried about that engine. It looks okay, but maybe I'm crazy, but the bell looks dented.
A little bit. So we had kind of scaled back the number of tiles significantly, as when we go to catch these ships, you don't want to. I think as Elon said, you don't want to shuck the ship as you catch it and not.
I guess kind of possibilities here are that
we were going to have to kind of peel back
engines will either be totally fine, they might have a controlled shutdown and switch to another one and down select, or could be quite an energetic big boom. We'll have to see. That pest dispenser door, is that fully closed? Or does that?
I believe it is.
Does it normally kind of ingress there?
That's why you've got kind of that nice smoothed out black line now.
I don't like that Starship's not smooth. I really don't like this. Why are you so bumpy?
Almost near the payload door, you can see a little bit of colored patina up above it. But
I think this might be. Welcome back, by the way, Joshua. I think this may be the most dynamic loading situation we've seen on a Starship entry. I'd be willing to bet. I could be wrong, but I've never recalled seeing the flaps work this hard.
Again, pretty soon our kind of our forward velocity is going to look like it's kind of falling off a cliff, and Starship will look like it's falling off a cliff as we essentially go into our.
I really hope we didn't undershoot or overshoot, because I really want a buoy cam again.
Suborbital campaigns, we were able to.
It should be okay. I think they've got a lot of room to wiggle here. They're at 29 kilometers and fully aerodynamic control. You can see from the angle of attack, this is kind of solid at. What's that? 30, 45 degrees odds? That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
This thing is basically just a giant lifting body with four little flaps on it. So it's got it's got cross range. That's not a problem.
We can go.
There's the angle of attack change.
All right, so at this point, we've dropped below the speed of sound.
There's the belly flop. Yeah, there you go.
Starship itself is subsonic.
We're subsonic.
How long has it been since we've seen this shot?
Oh,
it has been
too long, man.
Too.
Way too long.
Landing flip.
It getting here, I think, is a little bit redeemed block 2. If it hadn't made it here, I would have written a strongly worded Twitter post.
I mean, last time we saw things like this, it was 2024.
There's subsonic, and that is a better view of that flap, and it does not look healthy in the slightest. That has been eaten through. A little bit of blanket peel back as well there, just ahead of the flap flange. Take a look at that. This is an incredible view. This is like almost a telephoto camera they've got on.
Seriously.
So it's really interesting to watch as it actually belly flops. The response of the flaps gets way faster. It's like almost they've got 2 different models for it.
Right.
2 of our engines chilled in, waiting on 1 more. So again, we'll attempt to use 3 burns for that initial flip. We eventually go down to just 2 Raptors.
You see those pins there, where tiles presumably used to be? Are they gone?
I think they got ripped off. I think they're gone. They're no longer with us.
Nemo in the ocean is just about to get plonked by a piece of glass. some beluga whale is just going to get a new haircut. They are looking much more stable now. The The actual angle is very close to the horizon, so I'd be willing to bet they're pretty on target here. 4 kilometers, 400 kilometers an hour.
Structurally, we're looking good. Got good pressures in our nose cone for everything.
Oh, okay, that flap's having to work a little bit. Quite a lot, actually.
Again, we're going to look for the flip. So
Hopefully
Starship's
clouds
doing its
opens.
belly flop right now. We're going to do the flip. Swing
Oh,
out.
Match, there's your cloud, by the way.
First.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got you, man.
Yeah, noted.
Ooh.
Oh, lordy lord.
Oh, there's a C.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I picked up that part.
Starship landing current start up.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
There's
Okay. Okay.
Oh, my lord.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Look at the color of it.
Oh, that is
Look at the
Nuclear
color
Brown.
of it. What the hell? Why is it that color?
Oh. No. Goodbye.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
We have never seen a Starship look that color before, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man. Yeah, farewell, Ship 37. Thank you, Buoy Cam.
Okay,
Landing flip,
we are back
landing
to
burn.
the
Wow, wow, wow.
flight.
Flash out
Flight
of the
what,
Indian
Preston?
Ocean. There we go.
Flight 3.
All right.
Flight 3, Flight 4. I don't
That was
recall
pretty
anymore. All the
awesome.
same anymore.
Incredible
This is
flight
cool, right?
today for both ship and booster.
Yeah, really incredible.
Are we back? Are we so
Obviously,
back?
excited
We were
here.
a little
Looks like
back, I think.
everybody's excited over
Just a
there.
little bit, maybe.
Tyler, how's it going over in Hawthorne?
We are super excited here in Hawthorne. It was another exciting Starship flight test in the books, and we hope you enjoyed those Starlink views. So congratulations to the team at Starbase and everyone here and around the company. So many employees have contributed enormously to the Starship program as we continue to iterate and make progress towards a multi-planetary future. So that's going to wrap it up for us here in Hawthorne. Thank you to everyone for tuning in today. It was it was great being with you today. Back to you guys.
That was absolutely incredible. Huge congrats to all the teams here. Again, we lifted off from Starbase, Texas, right at the top of our window at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We saw Booster successfully lift us up through ascent, had a successful hot staging where ship continued on with its suborbital trajectory. Booster came back down, had that boost back burn, and a successful landing burn with that unique engine configuration as well.
Yeah, and then ship continued on its way, made it all the way into space. We got to see first ever payload deploy.
So exciting.
That was awesome. We got the door open, 8 Starlink simulators deployed, relit that Raptor engine, and then on entry we probably gave it a little bit of extra time in the oven, but made it all the way through re-entry. All 3 engines started up, landing flip, splash down in the Indian Ocean. Promised maximum excitement. Starship delivered.
Most
so
definitely.
Congratulations, all of our teammates here at SpaceX. It's been a year. Everybody that's worked on this program, this is what we're working for. So big congrats to all of them. Thank you to all of our future customers too for your support.
And we'd also like to thank the fine people of Cameron County, including the residents of its newest city, Starbase, as well as the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, the Government of Mexico, and the Australian Space Agency.
Be sure to stay tuned to SpaceX on X for updates, more of the views. This is just a tiny amount of the views. We have so many views that we didn't get to feature on the broadcast. So we're going to be going through that over the next couple of days, and we'll be posting it all there.
Yeah, if you're interested in more launch coverage, head on over to spacex.com/launches for the most up-to-date information. In fact, we actually recently rolled out a new departure board featuring our upcoming launches with details like mission name, launch and landing site, and liftoff time. So be sure to check it out.
All right. We just launched the world's biggest rocket. Again, dropped a couple satellites off, suborbital.
Incredible payload deploy for today.
Nailed that double
So
header.
how are we feeling after that?
Go through the data.
I'm relieved that TSE is not going to make a 5,000-word essay on why Starship is cooked. Someone in the chat, like Leviathan, saying didn't think Starship would turn into SLS. I am pleased. I think Block 3 has shown, or sorry, Block 2 has shown that it's not exactly evil. That being said, I would like to see if we can pull up a replay and have a look at some parts of that. I would like to see how that flap did. I would like to see why Starship turned brown. I don't think... I mean, I know we've had views of it landing. I don't think we've ever seen it turn brown like that before. That was really significant.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. And you can see that both of those flaps were just completely peeling at the bottom. What's changed this time for them to struggle so much? Something on that corner looks like it's not tiled enough. Really interesting to watch as well. If you look just before the belly flop, you can see it yawing really kind of uncontrollably. It looks like these flaps are pretty much at the max of their authority and they couldn't counteract it.
I want to know if...
Let's punch through some clouds first.
Oh.
Here we go.
Starship landing burn startup.
Yeah, look at that yaw. And then the pitch.
Good Lord.
Oh, that is a great view of the thrust vectoring. We've not seen something that good before. Yeah, wow. Can we pause on that? Can we freeze frame this? Can we?
It's orange.
Yeah. Lord.
Seeing three
I'll be a bit
engines.
tricky with the Twitter web viewer, but we are
There's our flip.
yeah, we are looking at okay. Ben Campson says, Die 2011, born 2025, welcome back, shuttle external tank.
We finally got a reusable external tank,
We've
man.
got it, man. That is... That's just
wait,
completely...
Wait, look, okay, I might be going insane, but do you see that, like, the sunlight glare on right above the orange part?
Sure.
That's just the heat shield tiles, right? Those are just normal heat shield tiles. That's not the stainless steel, right?
No, I don't think so. I think...
Surely not.
No, because you can see the flat bent backwards.
Yeah.
No, I think
okay.
those are tiles flash.
I'm just delusional.
I'm just astonished that it turned brown.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've... I genuinely don't know why it's done that. I don't know if they've coated the tiles with something. I don't know if there's new material they're using, but that's really interesting. Thankfully, the engines look healthy as well.
Yeah.
Although it looks like on the bottom right, they didn't have the engine ignite display, which is interesting. Let's watch this little landing bit again.
Yeah.
The explosion was quite nice to see. Well, not nice to see, but interesting to see.
It was fun.
It was fun. Look at how fast it tips over.
There you go.
There's a splashdown.
Kind of see some more details.
Real fast. And,
that is energetic, man. Wow. There's a fair bit of fuel left in the tanks, actually, if you look at the tank indicator.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it was not exactly empty, so... you know what? Block 2 may perform fairly well. I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
I'm
terrified
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think if Joey was still with us, he would probably be a bit scared that SpaceX are making progress, because now we have to as well. But quite pleased.
Right.
Yeah, look at that flip. Wow. Orange Starship.
Go back to hot staging and you can see them get burnt up. Is that true?
Yeah, let's go take a look at hot staging, actually. That could be interesting. I hate to do this. Let's see if we can seek to that to the hot stage. Let's see if we can find the hot staging part of this flight.
There's our flip.
Which is just the
on ship.
Here we are.
Go scrubbing through. All right.
Miko.
Watch those rear flaps. See what happened to.
Yeah.
Ignition. Boost back front startup. Stage separation.
They got a little bit scorched, but I don't think it would be enough to do anything. At least from my look, that seemed really brief.
Separation confirmed. We've got 6 engines.
Yeah.
We have seen all 6 Raptors lit up on ship.
With them moving the forward flaps a little bit leeward, the rear flaps are going to have to actuate slightly more to get the same kind of moment, aren't they? So I'm wondering if that is what's going to trigger this. There might not be enough shielding on the corners.
I would hope so.
I'd like to watch that grid fin jamming as well. I think it's jammed at least anyway. Look at this. The pretty much constant angle that you had on the grid fin as you came in. I don't think that's normal.
20 seconds to landing burn.
Could be a test, but it'd be unusual.
Ship Raptor chamber pressure is nominal.
Is that booster wiggling a bit there? Do you see that?
All right, here we go.
I think so, yeah.
Landing burn startup.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe you got stuck there.
Seeing that engine out test is sick. Look at that.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
Yeah, look at this.
that grid fin.
Including
That
the
is.
middle ring.
I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that's nominal. That looks. Yeah, that even with different roll, that looks completely stationary. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few interesting little bits from this flight,
Nice little hover.
and beautiful hover,
Shutdown.
perfect cutoff. Oh, look at it go!
Oh, and drop.
Here we come.
Feeding more boosters to the Gulf.
And the booster has on the bottom right of you.
Plenty of coral reefs, though, right?
Say again?
Plenty of coral reefs, at least.
Oh, yeah.
At 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, you can see the tempering on the stainless steel there at the bottom of the flap. Look at that. Got a little bit of a bruise, but it's still okay.
Yeah, it's
I would wager to say that's even nominal, to be honest.
It's a touch of discoloration. It's not enough to where it'd be bad.
Yeah.
Again, generally, it'll turn, as far as I'm aware, a gentle bluish, gentle purplish, and then it'll char with a really bad brown coating, and that brown is the final layer of oxidation. It looks pretty okay. It's a bit toasty, but it's not enough to do anything. You can see the actual rounded edge of it is still completely fine. Like structurally, it's fine. That layer looks like it's still the thermal layer. Looks like it's still attached on there. So,
Yep. And I mean, we've seen
this
that
could be
kind
as
of
trivial as just a
discoloration.
case of not enough tiling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That being said, I would like to see the explosion. So let's see if we can find that.
Next milestone is going to be the deployment.
Oh, we can hear Emlyn now. Very good.
Simulators. We've got some payload inside.
Oh,
the
we got
Starship
Brandon M. Wynn.
We're hoping to deploy into space for the very first time. That
May or may
deploy
not.
is supposed to start at about 18 minutes and 27 seconds into the flight, so just about 7 minutes from now. That deploy will take place over a couple of minutes. It'll go about 1 second to test out what we. So we'll be doing that a little bit later.
Ooh.
And we had that fuel.
It does.
And we've been.
It does look like they were far enough to save separation. So maybe relight was what triggered this.
Moving forward to that
See if
incident.
we can get a view of relight here.
And shut down.
There you go.
So that's relight.
Oh, look at that.
And shut down.
Beautiful.
You don't really see any material flying around, so that looked fairly okay to me.
Yeah.
What triggered this flap issue then? Sneak forward a bit, see if we can get a flap cam.
There's that aft flap. Okay, so yeah.
Aha! Yeah, so here something's kind of peeling, isn't it?
And it's fine here. Okay.
And up. So
those.
And relight demo startup. Relight demo startup.
There could be something here. Just looking to the left of this raptor, seeing if it's spotting anything. Oh, interesting.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. Where that stick man used to be. You see the dangling?
Yeah.
That's curious. Yeah, right there. Why did that... I wonder if this is an adhesion thing. Did it just start peeling off with vibration?
Possibly.
Looks like we confirmed the relight of.
This could be a vibration thing. This could be a vibration thing. The single raptor vibrations will be much different to free. But wow, look at that feeling. The incident's what we're really interested in, though.
Punch. That's not what sucks. Or towers down on the ground. Starship's big size kind of gives us a wake, but what really helps us punch through is the fact that we're using Starlink.
So just before that, you can see some kind of plasma trailing, can't you? Something starts sparking, or not sparking, kind of flowing white. Yeah, right there at the bottom right. You see that? There's a blue trail as well.
Just a much higher frequency.
Interesting.
That's
but
not
what
we want to see,
what could
so
have
we
popped
started-
there?
we just saw
That's
some-
what I'm wondering. Yeah. Just looking at this frame by frame before and after, seeing if anything's happened to the Raptors as well. Our
successful ship engine cutoff.
Mr. Emlin's just pointing out here to us in the production voice that there is a vent down there.
Base. Starting to node position.
So it could be that vent has popped somehow. Maybe a channel got burned through.
Orbital flight.
It's a message from Binghamton saying it could be the flat burning away and causing COPVs in the skirt to get burned. Pretty sure there are no COPVs in the skirt. As far as I'm aware, it's just venting channels. There's a vent down there. That is right at the spot where the incident happened. If we go back to where it was, 4650, 4650, as I recall. This is interesting.
But the goal. Big size kind of gives us a wake, but what really helps us punch through is the fact that we're using Starlink. We're operating at just a much higher frequency.
It looks like it came from the vent area. It's a little bit above it, maybe, but
we just saw some.
It almost looks like a channel popped.
Skirt. Just take a hit. So he's got.
Yeah. Look at that.
Something's dangling out there, isn't it?
We're continue to re-enter though.
Yes, we can. Hello, Brandon. Emlyn, is he on stream? Brandon, you may not be on stream yet. You want to talk on stream, or are you talking to us? Let's see if we can patch you through. Give us a sec. You'll be hearing Brandon, one of our cinematographers, and COO in a moment.
Hey everybody, so finally got some connectivity. That was nuts. That was nuts. The space engineer and I were sitting back watching the stream live, and needless to say, we were kind of freaking out at the whole thing. But I overheard you guys talking a little bit about the energetic event at the aft section there in flight. Jesse and I were kind of speculating as well. Have we considered that maybe space debris played a factor in that? Space debris of some kind.
It would
That
be.
was my.
I'd be impressed. Is all I'd say. There are not enough pieces of a size big enough to trigger that. But then again, we are talking about a vehicle as big as Starship. At that altitude, space debris basically vanishes. Anything. I wouldn't. I mean, what else did this happen at? Was it like 90 kilometers odd? Yeah, I don't know. The only reason I'm not trending towards that is because just before the pop, you can see almost like a little bit of venting happening from there. So we'll have to take a deep look, of course. But
yeah, absolutely.
I personally would be quite surprised. This to me looks like a case of almost a slow and steady burn through in the skirt, and then some kind of high pressure line getting popped.
Yeah, sure. I think we were just taken aback by how rapid and energetic it was.
Yeah, it's astonishing.
How much of a flash it caused.
It's astonishing. Yeah.
And then the fact that tiles were visibly damaged, like all the way through the hole. You could see tile debris floating around there in the aft section, and it kind of spread debris onto the engines themselves, onto the engine covers. And it looked almost like, again, this is just speculation, but it did just really almost look like it was pierced by some kind of projectile. Like that's what you would imagine something like that would look like.
Right.
If it wasn't so unlikely, I'd agree with you. I'm just at 90 kilometers, it would be impressive.
I will also mention that the Starlinks being deployed were not being deployed in a way that would impact.
They were same speed,
Starship, as well as they were launched out at a different angle. because Starship was at a different orientation.
Yeah,
rather
it wouldn't be the
than it is
least. It was
for
not-
entry, right?
This was like if this was anything, it would be a super fast small piece anyway.
Regardless of cause, I am just still like at a loss for words at how impressed I am that ship maintained, stability all the way through its flight profile and did what it did and splashed down. That was just the fact that flap.
Oh, they're silencing him. They're silencing him. He knows too much.
Truth. Oh, we're
Brandon,
losing
you
him.
cut out for a sec there, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
All right, cool.
Yes, now we can. Now we can.
Hey. Okay, good. Sorry. No, I was just saying, like, the fact that it maintains stability that long and maintains stability all the way through, the high stress test and the actual belly flop maneuver for landing was just like we were shocked that aft flap did not just completely shear off.
I was pretty impressed by it. Yeah, there was some interesting little tidbits here and there. You could actually watch the kind of ship yawing a little bit as well. In that last stage, so the flaps are working hard. I think there's going to be an incredibly lengthy investigation into this particular point. I think this might be the most tricky one yet. I'm personally going to be on the side of a line getting burned through and also something mixing, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This is absurd. Like to see a skirt explode. Right. I mean, I am genuinely astonished. I can't think of much. I'm just keeping in mind that the simplest outcome is probably the most likely. But
I mean, Occam's razor,
Yeah, but it's
regardless of how odd this particular situation is, I can't help but feel like we're back. Like I just have the sudden urge to say that we're so back.
We might be a little multiplanetary species.
A little bit.
Feels. I cannot tell you how like euphoric it feels to see a V2 Starship actually do something. This is incredible. This feels.
On that topic,
this feels Flight 5, Flight 6-ish.
On that topic, what do you guys think of the? What do you guys think of the Starship turning brown? That was interesting, wasn't it?
SLS fans are probably appeased.
Yeah, I guess. Did Jesse have anything to say about that? About it turning brown? I thought that was really interesting. No.
Jesse said that it was turning brown for a fantastic reason.
Okay, fantastic. So nothing of note.
He is brown for a fantastic reason.
Nothing of note. Awesome. I'll tell you what. I think we might have one of our. I think we might have to have one of our late night analysis calls because of this flight. This is pretty interesting, actually. I think we'll probably have to call it here, though. It has been a little while now, and obviously flight's concluded. I'm just happy that they're actually back, and maybe we might see some good progress on Flight 11.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Starship with a lot.
W's in the chat.
Yeah, about time. Well, Brandon, thank you for coming on and joining us. Have you got any final words to say before I toss you back into the cannon pit? I suppose not. Very well.
I guess not. All right.
That was all you wanted. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We will probably end up streaming coming Starship flights. Still to come on whether 11 streamed. Might not be. But we'll keep you posted regardless. Take a look at our socials. We'll post stuff there. If we get any nice photos as well, we'll put them up there. And we'll keep you posted on what happens. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully we see Orbital Ops, inshallah, soon. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, guys.